Welcome on in, everybody. I, of course, am Dr. Delay. We've got Game 3, the final game of the series between the Detroit Tigers and the Pittsburgh Pirates today. Of course, it is the rubber match after the Pirates were able to take Game 2 last night. Looking to get back-to-back series wins. We'll see if that's in the cards today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully, all is well in your neck of the woods. We'll look at the pitching matchup for each team. There you go. This is Jackson Jobe. Again, hasn't really played too much. As you can see, only 8 innings pitched throughout the year. 6.23. So really a small sample size. Can't really take, too much into that. And he'll be matched up against Paul Skenes, who, of course, have had definitely his worst season as a pro. And by far a horrible stretch as of late. 3-8 record, 4.74 ERA in his last 15 starts. So again, we'll see if he can straighten it out. Of course, the number's actually a little bit worse if we go a little bit further back. But again, I do appreciate you guys for hanging out. But yeah, we'll see if Paul Skenes can get it back and get it going. We'll start off with the AL here today. Again, the Tigers still very much in it despite their record. The AL just weak. In fact, if the Astros lose, there's a chance that there'll only be 4 AL teams with a winning record at the end of the day. That would be pretty bizarre. I mean, it's honestly insane. But as you can see, yeah, the Tigers a game back from the Rangers. The Rangers currently holding that final spot for the moment. Again, still plenty of baseball left in the season. About 6 more weeks, maybe 5 more weeks. But yeah, again, not as much time for the Pirates. 62 and 66, the Pirates really on life supports, and they really need to keep pace with the Phillies and the Padres, who just keep on winning. They're playing their best baseball all season, so again, couldn't have come at a worse time for the Pirates. But Pirates may be turning and righting the ship. Of course, they have a tough couple of series coming up. And then the schedule does lax a little bit, so the Pirates, I believe, have played the most teams over 500. Or at least it's one of the top teams. So, I mean, the Pirates have gotten, for the most part, the tough part of their schedule out of the way. Again, 2 more series, and then it softens up, and we'll see if they can make up ground there. But as you can see, the Pirates 6.5 back of the Padres. The Cubs, of course, with the top spot in the wild card. Again, they're pretty much a lock. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at this point with how they're playing if they make a run at the Brewers, who, of course, have been the best team in all of baseball. So, just a competitive, really solid National League this year. And again, it's unfortunate for the Pirates, but, hey, it is what it is. Again, the Pirates 6.5 back. The Nationals, they're kind of tailing off a little bit. The Reds have not looked good. Again, I was kind of not expecting the Reds to kind of just be there, but I do expect them to. Their schedule gets really hard, so they are there. And once September hits, they are going to be losing a lot more games. Anyway, Paul Skenes on the mound. He is about to begin warm-ups. We'll see if he, of course, locks in today. Thank you guys again for hanging out. We'll, of course, have the 3D up as soon as it is available. But, of course, there's no game to be on right now because Paul Skenes has yet to throw a warm-up pitch. I guess we can start off with the lineups today. This is the lineup for the Detroit Tigers. Will be the Pirates, of course, at the bottom of the first inning. But it's going to be Colt Keith leading off for the Tigers. He'll be followed by Gleyber Torres. Kevin McGonigal is at short. Dylan Dingler catching today. Brett Callahan in left. Zach McKinstry in right. Spencer Torkelson is at first. Max Clark in center, and Hao-Yu Lee back in the lineup. He is at third. Again, he got on base every single time, all 5 appearances in the first game of the series. So he has really tortured the Pirates. But, of course, they gave him the day off yesterday. Came in as a pinch hitter, and he grounded out. But, yeah, dang, he was kind of a pain in the butt in the first game. Little Brothers here today. Appreciate you, Alex. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. Good to see us, Scott, Russell. I'm doing all right. I still feel like not the greatest, but, we're going to go ahead and put the camera on today. Because why not? Dakota, good to see you. Let's go. No run first inning. We'll see. I don't know. Paul Skenes likes to allow those solo shots in the first. So good luck to you, Dakota. Jared, appreciate you for hanging out. Anthony as well. Let's see. Tech, good to see you. Brian as well. Let's see. Michael, appreciate you. Thank you very much. Don, Michael Martin, thank you very much. 1,000 Swords. Thank you all for hanging out for this one. And again, I'll be sure to, at least I'll try to acknowledge you at least once if I see you in the chats. All right, Paul Skenes on the mound. He is ready to go as he begins the windup. Here is the pitch, and that's fastball outside, ball one. We're underway in Pittsburgh. 96 on the fastball. I was kind of hoping we'd see 100 right out the gate, but no, it doesn't look like Skenes can hit that right now. Maybe next year, because he got a lot of time off. Here's the 1-0 to Keith. That is fouled back. 101, 97, so maybe it's ticking up. 101 to Keith, who's batting .270, OPS of 744, 9 homers, 32 RBIs. Mangum on the bench. Yeah, Mangum. No Mangum today. No Mangum. It was interesting. And, of course, again, as I mentioned, the outfielders kind of full as that's a swing and miss strike two. And, again, think about when Ryan O'Hearn comes back. The Pirates kind of have a lot of talented outfielders. I hope you're right, Dakota. I hope you're right. Breakfast ball. Appreciate you. Yeah, love it. Yeah, no, for sure. Early game today, the matinee for MLB today, the earliest game. No other game on for another 50 minutes, I believe. The 1-2 to Keith. That misses up and away. 2-2 to Colt Keith. Welcome on in, David. Appreciate you for hanging out. So let's go, Bucks. Let's go, Bucks. Jordy, good to see you. Hope things look upward for you. Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how today's stream goes, as that's going to be fouled back. 2-2 would be better, of course, with the Pirates win, but you know, if they don't win, they don't deserve it. Ryan O'Hearn, he plays right field and first base. But then if you put him at first base, then where does Spencer Horwitz go? Here's the 2-2. That misses upstairs. 3-2, 96 on the fastball. Again, the Pirates with a plethora of options. But they're all injured, so it doesn't really matter at the moment. But they're starting to work their way back. 3-2 count to Colt Keith. Skenes sets and delivers, and that is fouled back. Still 3-2. So Keith already, as you're kind of seeing, looking like he's working the count. That's just been a problem with Paul Skenes. Just can't seem to get the quick at-bats. Everything is fouled off. Everything, like these guys are really getting a piece of everything. 3-2 to Keith, and that's a check swing. Did he go? Did not. That is a ball, and that is a walk for Keith. I mean, that is not how you want to see the start today for the Pirates from Paul Skenes. That'll bring up Gleyber Torres, batting .270, OPS of 782, 8 homers, 33 RBIs. Play-by-play with JJ's here. Good luck to you as well. Appreciate you, man. Folks, make sure to check out Play-by-Play with JJ. Friend of the channel. As Torres fouls his back 0-1. Covers the Phillies, covers some other baseball games. Much more into baseball than I am. It's not even close. So if you love baseball, you love Play-by-Play with JJ. Make sure to check him out. I'm subscribed to him. You should be as well. I'm going to wag the finger at you guys that aren't subscribed to JJ. 0-1 to Torres. The pitch. That's off the plate. Just misses. 1-1. 97 on the fastball. Fernando Tatis Rob, grand slam. I did not see that. Did not see that. Interesting. Go Pirates, do it for the Jays. We'll try, Caden. We'll try to do it for ourselves, but I appreciate it, Caden. Member of the Sinbin channel over there. That's inside 2-1. Thoughts on the Steelers camp? Steelers are looking fine. I mean, the offense. I mean, I don't know. Camp is camp. As long as we're healthy, that's all that matters. But our offensive line did not look good in preseason game number 1. So that's upstairs. Called a strike. Favorable call for the Pirates. 2-2 to Torres. Double play coming up. We'll see, Anthony. Skenes need to drop some pounds. I don't really think that. I think that's very much overblown as that's fouled back. 2-2. You can be, you know, baseball players are all, you know, different shapes and sizes. You know, again, you can think of Bartolo Colon on the mound. I mean, there's been plenty of big guys pitching. CC Sabathia, excellent whenever, you know, it doesn't matter how you are, like how big you are. The 2-2. That's outside 3-2. He weighs 260 pounds. Keep in mind he's 6'6". I mean, he's bigger than Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, he's just a big guy. 3-2 count to Torres. The pitch. And that's down and away, ball 4. So back-to-back walks. That is definitely not promising. By the way, these two batters alone at 15 pitches. Just not good to start off his, again, he got his start pushed back, so we're kind of hoping that he would, feel rested, feel good, but clearly not. As that'll bring up Kevin McGonigal batting .281, OPS of .807, 13 homers and 50 RBIs. Let's go on highlights. Appreciate you, man. Here's the pitch. That's a grounder to first. Possible double play. Turns, throws to second. Throws to first, and he is safe. He was able to beat it out. But they do get one of the runners, as it'll be runners at the corners. That would have been a tough double play. Again, it was Horwitz pretty much fielding right at first. Oh, yeah, Horwitz dropped the ball. Wasn't a great throw from Gonzalez. Good try, though. Well, again, I mean, you still have the double play possibility here. Dingler at the plate, leading the Tigers in home runs. Batting .257, OPS of .816, 26 homers, 82 RBIs. Also, the Mariners lose at 22-0. That is bad. I saw that when I woke up this morning. I'm like, what the heck? But that was a bad call, but it's called a strike 0-1 to Dingler. Yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff. 22-0. And I'm covering the Mariners-Brewers game later, so I hope it's a much more competitive game, because it'll turn into a... I don't know. I won't be as focused if it's 22-0. I'm sorry. I just won't be able to call it. That's a swing and miss strike two. I'll still call it, of course, but it'll be more of a chat-along game if it gets to that point. So 0-2 count to Dingler. Again, runners on the corners. Skenes at 18 pitches. Readies, kicks, and delivers. That's way upstairs for a ball. 1-2. Skenes scared of the Tigers. Yeah, I don't know about all that. I think he just can't. I think he's just struggled. Thank you for the sub, by the way. Just saw that. We're at 8-12. Trying to make a push for 11,000 by the time the NFL season is here. We'll see. It's going to cut it close. And that's grounded foul down the third base side. Animated play-by-play. It's on MLB.com. However, I believe you have to be a member of MLB TV, or I think you have a separate option to pay for it. But I can't confirm that. I am a member of MLB. I bought the MLB TV. So that's how I have it. 1-2 to Dingler. That's missing inside. 2-2. 89 on the changeup. 19 pitches is 2 innings for Ashcraft. As of late, yeah, last 2 starts, no kidding. Ashcraft looks like the greatest player of all time. The 2-2, that's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. That is a huge out there. Again, Dingler, of course, hits dingers. But also, just for the moment, as Skenes again, maybe somehow on track to keep it scoreless. We'll see, of course. That'll bring up Brett Callahan, who hasn't played too much, but he's looking really good whenever he does. Batting .444, OPS of .1444, 1 homer and 5 RBIs. The pitch, that's outside. Ball 1. 97 goes the 4-seam fastball. Well, they don't treat Ashcraft. I mean, they're not going. I mean, again, Skenes is under control for 3 more years. Ashcraft another 4. Here's the 1-0. That is popped up. Shallow left. Can they track it down? Gonzalez on the run. Gonzalez makes the running catch for out number 3. Able to get out of it. 0-0 as we go to the bottom of the first. The leadoff walks do not come to bite the Pirates in the rear end. Here is the lineup for the Pirates, brought to you by, well, I'm just kidding, nobody. YouTube memberships, I guess. Spencer Horwitz, he'll be leading off for the Pirates. He's at first. Brandon Lau is at DH. Brandon Reynolds is in left. Esmeralda Valdez in right. O'Neal Cruz in center. Nick Gonzalez is at second. Jacob Gonzalez at short. Jared Trillo is at third. And Henry Davis catching today for the Pirates. Have MLB TV with the Pirates always blacked out, live in Southern Ohio. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I hate it. MLB, I mean, the blackouts, it's the stupidest thing in the world, Tyler. You know, again, to me, MLB can easily be the second, biggest league. But, and the NBA is a joke. But the MLB doesn't help themselves out with their stupid restrictions like that. Yeah, I live in Texas, so I'm able to, of course, catch the Pirates games unless they play the Astros or the Rangers. So whenever they play, those guys have to buy the subscription, which the Rangers didn't have like a smaller option. That you had to buy the pass for the season, and that was it. So I didn't even buy it. But for the Astros, they had a monthly pass for $20. So I mean, I made the money back with the stream, so it was cool. But yeah, it's ridiculous, man. All right, we are back again. Nice day in Pittsburgh. Very cloudy, but a very cool day. 76 degrees in Pittsburgh. Horwitz will make his way to the plate. Here is the pitch. That's a fastball in there. 0-1. 98 on the fastball. Horwitz batting .260, OPS of .780, 10 homers, 38 RBIs. As for Jackson Jobe, again, a 6.23 ERA, but he's only pitched 8 innings, so you really can't take that with too much. That's a grounder to second. He'll just toss it over to first for outs number 1. But yeah, 6.23 ERA, only 8 innings. Not much of a sample size there. I think much better than that. I think last year he had an ERA in the 4s. So about a league average pitcher. Of course, they have high hopes for him. And it's going to bring up Brandon Lau, batting .252, OPS of .791, 26 homers, and 79 RBIs. On the season. Good to see it, Jason. Welcome on in. Here's the pitch. That misses upstairs. Ball 1 to Lau. Let's go, Mr. Burns. Let's go, Bucks. Michael is neutral with the Pirates and the Tigers. Squatch, though, is not, as he's pulling for the Tigers. 1-0 to Lau. The pitch. That misses outside. 2-0. 96 on the sinker. It's okay. I'm not really neutral myself. Trying to be. We're ditching the Pirates gear on stream. Of course, you can see a jersey in the background. 2-0 to Lau. And that's way outside. 3-0. If Lau were a right-handed bat, he'd be at first base. Would have plunked him. No, I cannot, Alex. Here's the 3-0 to Lau. That's outside, ball 4. So Jobe just walked Lau. Interesting there, and he'll face Brian Reynolds. Spanning .261, OPS of .800, 15 homers, and 66 RBIs. Need the no-run first inning. You and Dakota. Well, we'll see. Again, Reynolds struggling a lot as of late. Looking to get it going. The pitch. And that's at the knees. Not called a strike. Looks like there's no challenge by Dingler, as it's 1-0. Tigers going to playoffs? They can. I think they are definitely, even with the trade of Skubal, I think they can still make it. They are really good run differential. That tells you, to me, is that's downstairs 2-0. That is more of an indication how good a team is. Obviously, yeah, wins and losses are very important. That's what decides at the end of the day. But you kind of tell a team, though, like how good they are with the run differential. Tigers are really good at that. They have a very high run differential. The 2-0, that's a foul tip. 2-1. So out of all the bunches of teams in the AL, the Rangers, Twins, Indians, Tigers, Blue Jays, Orioles, they would be my pick. Even the Mariners, I guess, are somewhat in it. Of course, if you're very reactionary to a game like last night, then you would say they're out. But even then, they're only 2 games back. Here's the 2-1. That's a half-hearted swing and a miss by Reynolds, 2-2. Slider down and in. Inning Skenes, maybe 5, yeah. He just doesn't go long anymore. this is just his worst year. He just hasn't really pitched well. Honestly, I know Wright, you mentioned the 5 ERA. He's not wrong. It does feel like his ERA should be in the high 4s and the 5s. It Really does feel that way. 2-2 count. Pickoff attempt. Lau is safe. Brandon Lau, not exactly a speed demon, but guess they'll keep an eye on him. Green light saying the Tigers will win today. We'll see. Here's the 2-2, and that's a broken bat jammer to second. And oh, it takes a crazy bounce, and Torres couldn't get to it. It was off his glove. Torres just chilling, waiting for it, and then takes a wicked bounce to his right. And he couldn't adapt in time. That is going to be, I want to say, I mean, it's kind of cruel to label it an error. I will put a reached on error just for the moment. We'll see what they decide. But yeah, shattered his bat. Crazy spin on the ball. Would have been an easy double play. Instead, it's runners on first and second with one out. So can the Pirates take advantage? As that'll bring up Esmeralda Valdez, batting .250 OPS of .906, 14 homers and 41 RBIs. The pitch, and that's fouled back 0-1. Let's go on Bengals. Welcome on in. He wants to return to Detroit. I don't know. I don't know if he will. 0-1 count. Job sets and delivers. That's up and away 1-1. Who's on second? Well, Lau walked to begin, so he's at second. Reynolds at first. Oh, I don't know. Oh, this guy's doing that thing. Who's on first thing. 1-1 count. Job kicks and delivers. That is fouled back 1-2. 99 on the fastball. Job definitely has the velocity. Definitely with a lot of velo there. One and two counts. Job kicks and delivers. That is tapped foul. It's still 1-2. Was it an error? I don't know. They haven't said anything on the official score. I'll find out at the end of the inning. I will find out at the end of the inning what they decided, but I got nothing. Maybe I can find out now. You have to give me like 30 seconds. But Job sets. 1-2 count to Valdez. The pitch. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Down goes Valdez. Let me see. I can probably let you know. They did not count that as an error. Reynolds with the hit. Reynolds did have a hit, so no errors. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the way the spin on the ball, I mean, it's kind of unlucky. All right, that'll bring up O'Neill Cruz. He homered in his return yesterday. He's batting .265 on the year, OPS of .832, 15 homers, 46 RBIs. The pitch, that is popped up foul. 0-1, 98 on the fastball. Nothing like an early game. Oh, yeah. Hopefully the Pirates get something going. Again, the Pirates need this a lot more than the Tigers. Pirates 6.5 back. Despite having a similar record, the Tigers only a game back. Here's the 0-1 as Cruz sends this left center field. That is dropping for a base hit. Lowndes rounding third. He's going to score. And the no-run first inning is not a thing. So apologies there to those of you that needed it. Cruz with an RBI single, and the Pirates lead 1-0. Hoist the cone, Pirate fans. O'Neill Cruz, RBI single. Hey, pretty good stuff to, in his return. Again, a home run yesterday and an RBI today. And that'll bring up Speedy Gonzalez. That's a big swing and a miss. Strike one. Gonzalez with the batting average of .308, OPS of .761, 6 homers, 53 RBIs. So, on Theo, welcome on in. 0-1, here is the pitch as Gonzalez with the grounder to second. Torres with it, throws to first. Gonzalez is out. So the Pirates strand two, but they push across a run. They lead 1-0 as we go to the top of the second inning. Thank you again for the sub. I appreciate it. Make sure again, folks, leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. Of course, liking, what does it do? It pushes out the stream to more Pirates fans, Tigers fans, sports fans, baseball fans. That's all it does. That is all it does, folks. Make sure to sub as well. Trying to get to 11,000 by the time the NFL regular season is here. But due up for the Tigers in the top of the second will be Zach McKinstry, Spencer Torkelson, and Max Clark. There you go. Raise it. Yeah, I don't know about all that there. Highlights. Still a long way to go. Long way to go. Hola, Jesus. I think Torres with the errors. I don't know. I think Torres... I mean, it wasn't ruled an error. It was tough. It was a tough bounce there. Out of Pitt score. RBI single there from O'Neal Cruz, bringing in Brandon Lau. Thank you again for the sub. I appreciate that. 8-14. It's a day game. Yeah, the Pirates usually pretty good during the day. In fact, if you give me another few moments, I can give you the stats again. The Pirates, one of the best teams against the American League, 22-13 against the American League. They are very much, they do pummel the American League, like many of the National League teams. Of course, that's obviously any given day, anything could happen. I know that. That's why this is not a for sure thing. But the Pirates, for some reason, 32-21 during the day. It's pretty crazy. Of course, at night they are afraid of the dark. The Pirates 30-45 at night. So once the lights come on, they are terrified. But in the daytime, they are one of the best teams in all of baseball. We'll see if Paul Skenes can keep it going, as that's going to be off the plate. Ball one. Again, started off pretty bad, but ended the inning much better, though that one way outside to McKinstry. Skenes sets, begins the windup. Here is the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike one. 97 on the fastball. McKinstry batting .221, OPS of .631, 4 homers, and 25 RBIs. Thank you again for the subs. I do appreciate that. Really do. Trying to grow the channel even more. 1-1 counts. Skenes kicks and fires. That's off the plate. 2-1. What's up, Jay Shao? Skenes looking all right. I mean, again, start off the game with 2 walks. Retire the next 3, so I guess it's all right. We'll see. Here's the 2-1. That's way outside. 3-1. I mean, that wasn't even close. So maybe looking like he's going to do the same thing here that he did in the first. 3-1 to McKinstry. That's off the plate. Ball 4. So another leadoff walk. I mean, that's just not good against Skenes. Really, whenever he does allow runners on, that's when the damage is done. That's why it was so shocking in the first. That'll bring up Spencer Torkelson, batting .226, OPS of .731, 20 homers, 63 RBIs. Scheduled Pirates games for all day games. We need to be like the Cubs. We need to be like the Cubs next year. That's a breaking ball inside, ball 1. So Skenes again. This hitting 5 pitches outside the strike zone, 1 pitch in it. Let's go and Star. Appreciate you for hanging out. NFL season's almost here. NFL is. Here's the 1-0 to Torkelson. That misses inside 2-0. So Skenes having trouble. Can't locate the strike zone. Again, thank you for the sub. 8-17. Skenes looks over at first. He sets. And here's the pitch. That's right down the middle, 2-1. Get me over fastball. Let's go, Pirates. Tigers money line. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Again, plenty of ball game left. 2-1 the pitch. That's tapped foul, and it's 2-2. Two and 2 count to Torkelson. He sets and fires. That's sent out to shallow right in foul territory. That is a souvenir. And we will see another 2-2 pitch. pitching isn't his thing. Yep. Yep. Winning a Cy Young and Rookie of the Year. Definitely anyone can do that. 2-2 to Torkelson. The pitch. That's a grounder to short. Possible double play. There's one. Throw to first. He got him. Gonzalez to Gonzalez. To Horwitz. Much needed double play. 2 outs. Torkelson, high fastball, and he was able to somehow get over it. An easy grounder there to short. That'll bring up Max Clark. He's batting .258, OPS of .704, 1 homer and 9 RBIs. The pitch. That's off the plate, ball 1. Again, that sweeper not doing what he wants. That is, he's just leaving it way out there. 1-0 count to Max Clark. It's going Madswell, come on in. Here's the 1-0, and that's a swing and a miss. 1-1. 1-1 to Clark. Clark will ask for time briefly. Steps back in. Skenes rocks and delivers. That is fouled back. And it's 1-2. Clark again, a young piece for the Tigers, looking to be one of the pieces they build around for years to come, as that is popped up. Skenes is calling for it. Skenes will make the catch. That's interesting. You don't see the pitchers usually make those plays, but I guess he wants to get involved. So we go to the bottom of the second. Pirates leading 1-0 over the Tigers. Thank you again for the sub. I appreciate that. All right, due up for the Pirates will be Jacob Gonzalez, Jared Triolo, and Henry Davis. Anthony's craving Chinese food. Chinese food's all right. Depends. I don't know. It's okay. Yeah, it's aight. It is aight. It's all right, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really that big into it, to be honest. My wife loves Asian food. I'm not really. It's okay. It's aight. Appreciate you, Nicholas. Thank you for hanging out. Glad you do. It's all downhill, so if you think this is great, then it's just going to get worse from here on out. Again, there are no scores to cover right now. Everything else is, yeah, it's still nothing. Won't really have much to really talk about in between. Again, the Padres, Mets, that should be starting soon. Braves and Twins, that'll happen probably, I guess, in about the 4th inning or so. And White Sox, Cubs. And yeah, I don't think there'll be any other games happening during this one. Can imagine me. No, you're good. Yeah, no, honestly. Well, we have a, you know, in the city about an hour away from here, pretty big Asian population. No, there's no offense. No, you're good. Go Pirates. Appreciate you, Troy. Let's go. Whenever you make to Pittsburgh, we're going to get some Minio's Pizza. I don't even know what that is, but all right, I hope it's good. I know the pizza on the eastern side of the state, really good in Pennsylvania. Love it. I don't know. I've seen some things there in Altoona, so I don't know. I don't really know if I want to try anything out there in the west. So that's fouled back. 0-1. We're back underway. In the bottom of the second, Jacob Gonzalez batting .226, OPS of .663. 6 homers, 28 RBIs. 1-1 count to Jacob Gonzalez, the former White Sox, the pitch. And that is fouled back 0-2, 97 on the radar gun. Pirates have to win. They do. Oh, yeah. No, I agree. I concur with that. Pirates are, they really don't have any more mulligans, as that's a grounder to first, and he will take it himself and step on the bag for out number 1. Torkelson doing it all himself. They've run out of chances. That'll bring up Jared Triolo, batting .241, OPS of .627, 2 homers, 24 RBIs. Again, the Pirates 6.5 back. If you're 6.5 back, maybe at the beginning of August, very much doable. But unfortunately, they actually held a playoff spot at the beginning of August. So, yeah, just not doing that great as of late. As Triolo taps it foul, and it's 0-1 to Triolo. Joe, by the way, 24 pitches. For those of you wondering, much more efficient than Skenes. He finished the third inning, I believe, with 37, 38 pitches. 0-1 at Triolo. That's a slider in there, 0-2. 90 at the knees. A lot of Asians. Yep. Here's the 0-2 to Triolo, and that's going to be fouled back. They were saying Paul Skenes is back. It's going AJ, welcome on in. Something about scoring first that always spooks you. Well, hopefully this will ease you today if they're able to hold on. Here's the 0-2. That's way upstairs. 1-2, 98. Nice snag there by Dingler. It's going Old Haas. When a pitcher insists on catching a pop-up, it suggests a certain level of non-confidence in his teammates. I don't know about that. I think that's downstairs 2-2. Now, again, the fielding for the Pirates not good. By the way, he's going to challenge. Dingler's going to challenge. He will lose this. That is below the zone. Trying to get the call there. No, that is a bad challenge by Dingler. So the Tigers down to 1. But I don't know. I just think it's because he himself probably thinks he's not. I mean, everyone knows he's not pitching well, so he's just trying to get his feel for the game, maybe. I'm not too sure. That is what I would assume. 2-2 to Triolo, and that's going to be fouled back. 91 on the slider, 2-2. Okay, thank you, AJ, for the gold coin. I appreciate W's in the chat for AJ, folks. Two and two, the pitch. Once again, spoiled and fouled back. 99 on the outside corner. It's going Chris, welcome on in. It's going all right. I know you're pretty happy with your Cubs. 2-2, the pitch. And that misses upstairs. 3-2, a curveball way upstairs. Ball me on a pitch count? I don't believe so. It's your boy. How's it going? Need the series. Can they go back-to-back? Maybe. 3-2. That's a grounder to third. And he'll rifle it to first. Nice throw there by Lee for out number 2. McGonigal normally playing third, but he's playing short today. At least he has this series anyway. And that'll bring up Henry Davis. Batting .170, OPS of .561, 8 homers, 32 RBIs. Got more Mexicans? Yes. Yes, there's a lot of us Hispanics. More so down by the border. But over here, yeah, I would say where I live, there's good amounts. 0-1 count to Davis. That catches the outside corner. 0-1 count to Davis. Job kicks and fires. Oh, and it hits him! I believe it did anyway. Yes, it did. That was high, and I believe it hit him in the elbow, or maybe the arm. That is not good. Again, the Pirates already down a catcher with Endy. Again, the Tigers, again, I don't really want to... Oh, it hit him in the hand. Oh, man. His right hand, and that is his throwing hand. So Davis, and there's no protection there. I hope he's going to be all right. Oh, my goodness. So hit by pitch. Again, the Tigers, again, I'm not trying to start a fight here, but the Tigers have been pitching high and in the entire series. The pitch, and that's high and in. Ball 1, 98 to Horwitz. So, again, maybe that's their plan, to try to back off the Pirates' offense. Again, the offense that was one of the best in all of baseball stumbled out of the gate post-break, as that's going to be inside 2-0. Of course, maybe starting to heat up a little bit, but definitely a little bit Definitely not as good as they were, for sure. 2-0 to Horwitz. The pitch. That's downstairs 3-0. Again, runner on first, 2 outs. Davis chilling at first. What's your next game tonight? Steelers can't again. Yeah, just as long as there's no injuries. That's really all I care about for the Steelers. That's in there, 3-1, 97 on the fastball. Joey Bart. Oh my gosh. Joey Bart. Jeez. 3-1 to Horwitz. Job sets, kicks, and delivers. That's a grounder to second. Should be an easy out. Torres tosses to Torkelson. That is out number 3. Inning is over. Top of the third we go. Pittsburgh 1, Detroit nothing. Thank you again for the subs. We're at 820, trying to get to 11,000 by the time the NFL season's here. That is 21 days away. 21 days away, folks. All right, due up for the Tigers will be Hao-Yu Lee, Colt Keith, and Gleyber Torres. So, again, no one retaliates. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to give a free base. You know, I don't really like the responding. I like the Jackie Robinson method, which is just get them out. You know, that's kind of my thing. But, yeah. No, I understand, though. It definitely is frustrating because I feel like, yeah, the Pirates have been hit a lot, and, of course, it's caused people to miss time. I mean, of course, Connor Griffin. I mean, that's kind of the big one. So, I don't know. It just, yeah, you like to, I don't know. I don't like seeing that, but I don't know. You do have to protect your players. Padres, Mets, 0-0, by the way. That one just got underway. Thank you again for the sub. Just saw that. Appreciate it. Make sure, again, to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. Trying to get to 150 likes. Again, what does that do? Likes on YouTube just push out the stream to more potential viewers, more Pirate fans, Tiger fans, baseball fans, sports fans. That is all likes do. So if you ever wondered what does the like button actually do, it does a lot, especially to the small channel. So make sure, again, to hit that like button. Every pitcher in, our league in the league throw our heads. It seems like it's San Antonio's neat. Yeah, visited there a few times. Never lived there, of course, but lived when I lived down south in the valley in Texas. It was about 2 hours away, south. It's pretty neat, though. Super Bowl retirement would be epic. That would be pretty cool. I mean, I don't know if that happens. Don't think it'll happen, but it'd be cool. I just want to win a playoff game at this point, really. Hated Ryan O'Hearn got hurt. Yeah, I know. I know. Again, the Pirates' offense has been really missing these players. I mean, they've been beat up. But they are starting to get some back. And Cruz, of course, just got back. Griffin, hopefully at the beginning of September. O'Hearn maybe comes back. I don't know. As that's in their 0-1. Hao-Yu Lee, again, had 5 plate appearances Monday night. Got on base every single time. So he has been really good against the Pirates. 0-1 to Lee. That's hits. And that is a fair ball down the right field line. That'll just be a single. Valdez pretty quick on that. Good stuff by Asbel and Valdez. But that is a leadoff single. Another leadoff base runner for the Tigers. Of course, this one actually a hit, as that's actually the first hit Skenes has allowed, despite all the base runners today. So that'll flip the lineup over. Colt Keith steps up. Again, he walked in his first appearance. Wasn't enough Bart darts. Yeah, no, there was not. There was in 2024. Then he decided to tank 2025. And I was done with him pretty much. 1-0 to Keith. Skenes sets. And delivers. That's outside 2-0. 84 on the sweeper. Appreciate you, Pat. Oh, yeah, no, we're doing all right. I'm a little sick. I think I'm getting sick, but I'll be all right. But better now than football season, to be honest with you. I haven't been sick in years. 2-0 count to Keith. Skenes readies and delivers. That's at the knees. 2-1. 97 on the fastball. Yeah, Cruz had a nice first game back. 2-1 to Keith. Runner on first, nobody out. And that's just missing downstairs. Davis wants the call, does not get it. Good thing he didn't challenge. That would have been incorrect. 3-1. Skenes checking on the runner. He sets once again. The pitch. That's flared out to left. That'll drop in. That is a base hit. Reynolds throws to third. Lee's being aggressive. Throw to third. Lee is safe. So Lee, that's how you do it. Lee is at third. Keith at first. The Tigers looking to get on the board. Lee just hustling. And Reynolds, yeah, he kind of slowed down. He kind of assumed he would stay at second. That was pretty gutsy by Lee, but it paid off for him. So runners on the corners, nobody out. Tigers looking to get on the board. Torres at the plate. The line, the kick, the pitch. That's high and in. Ball one. 93 on the splitter. Get some rest, yeah. 1-0 to Torres. Skenes delivers. That's a sweeper. Catches the inside part of the plate. 1-0. Torres didn't seem to like the call, but does not challenge. Would have been a strike. 1-1. The pitch. Torres fouls this back 1-2. Nice yellow shirt. Thank you very much. I actually wore it a little bit last year in football games. Non-Steeler games I put on the polo, which now I'm just putting on the polo for everything. For baseball. Maybe every now and then I'll wear some Pirate stuff. But here's the 1-2. That's taken upstairs 2-2. To Gleyber Torres. Need a strikeout. We do. 2-2 to Torres. Misses inside. 3-2. Count is full. And the Tigers a ball away from bases full. Loaded, of course, would be the proper term. 3-2 to Torres. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball high and in. Would have been ball 4. But he's able to get him. Skenes, that was just his second strikeout of the day, but it was a big one. Tied him up. That'll bring up Kevin McGonigal. Got on via a fielder's choice in his last appearance. Runners on the corners, 1 out. The pitch. That is inside. Ball 1. 97 goes the sinker. Just going to watch Lions football because I can't angry this guy. I don't know. Again, I still think the Tigers have a shot, but you know your team more than I do, so I'm not going to try to hype up your team when you want to be, you know, when you feel like you've seen enough. I understand. I totally get it. But I don't know. I do think the Tigers could indeed take that last spot. Only a game back with about 5-6 weeks to go. Definitely doable. 1-0 counts to McGonigal. The pitch, as that's a fly ball to left. That will probably be deep enough to score the run. Reynolds makes the catch. Yeets it to the plate, and that is, it overthrown. And, well, I don't think Keith, though, will advance to third. He did advance to second on the throw to the plate. So that is a sacrifice fly. This game is tied 1-1. That was a splitter down the middle. So 1-1 as we are in the top of the third, 2 outs. Runner on second, Dylan Dingler at the plate. Tigers are more injured than the 49ers. Man, that is brutal. I know we've had our share of injuries as well. The pitch, and that's going to be yanked to left. Reynolds is diving and makes an incredible catch. Oh my goodness. B. Ray, B. Robin, some hits. Makes up for maybe the lollygagging earlier, but we'll take it. We go to the bottom of the third. Tigers tie it up. It is 1-1 in Pittsburgh. 2 up for the Pirates will be Brandon Lau, Brian Reynolds, and Esberlin Valdez. Need the over here. Reynolds do. Good luck, Jamal. Good luck with ice cube soup if it doesn't hit. All right, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. Trying to get to 11,000 subscribers by the beginning of the NFL season. It's an NFL channel, folks. NFL channel. We cover everybody. At least 5 to 6 games, sometimes even more, depending if there's more games. But, yeah, the first week will be 6 NFL games. And I promise you the Steelers don't play in every single game. So make sure, again, to sub it up. It is free. Thank you again for the sub there. I appreciate that. Trying to grow and grow and grow. Any company reached out to you, sponsor? Like scams. I saw the JG9. He clicked on something that he got kind of his channel taken over, but he's good now. But, yeah, that's... But, no, I need to do more. I plan on doing that, reaching out to sponsors after the football season. That's kind of my goal there. And the goal is to get to 20K. So I'll look much more appealing to some companies. Thank you again for the sub there. Cal Raleigh, yeah, it's Cal Raleigh, not good. I think Dangler should be sent down to AAA. I mean, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know. If you were a Pirates fan with talking about the Pirates like that, I don't think we would get along. Dangler with 26 homers. Anyway, here's the pitch to Lau. That's taken upstairs, ball 1. This is another guy with 26 homers. Lau walked in his first appearance. Let's get that run back. Yep. Here's the pitch. That's a grounder. That's also a foul ball, 1-1. Channel sponsorships? Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm sure I'll find out one day. Plan on doing anything commission based either, so that's going to be interesting. I mean, I'll just rely on YouTube ad revenue until I find a good deal. 2-1 count as Emis is in the dirt. Yeah, a lot of people, it's like commission only, and like you have to rely. You promote a product and you might not even get anything. So I don't know. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be fouled back 2-2. I'd rather have a flat rate. 2-2 to Lau. Again, Lau walked in his first appearance. Bottom of the third, 1-1 in Pittsburgh. Lau does ask for time. Two and two. Job kicks and delivers. That's a grounder to first. Torkelson with it. He'll toss to Job, who steps on the bag. That is out number 1. And that'll bring up Brian Reynolds. Reynolds singled in his first appearance. That was the little jammer there off the glove. Davis about to win Gold Glove. He's in the conversation. Thank you again for the subs, folks. I just saw that. I appreciate that. Well, the flat rate, I don't know. It just depends. Depends on what we can do. I mean, I'm not really making a killing, you know. It would be considered poverty levels, folks. So, I mean, any rate for a certain amount of time would be good. And, of course, as the channel grows, I'm like, okay, well, now it's time to renew. I'll ask for more because I'm getting more eyes. You know, that's just, that's kind of the business mindset that I would have. You know, but, yeah, right now, I mean, I'm not exactly, yeah, you know, I don't really have much to bargain with. 2-0 count as Emmis is inside. But I don't know. That's something I'll worry about. Don't worry. It'll be okay. We'll be all right. I promise. I'll be fine. 2-0 to Reynolds. The pitch. That's off the plate. 3-0. 97 on the fastball. They require me to refer. Depends on how much. Depends on how much they would be making me do. If it's minimal, I'm like, well, no, I'd rather just say Redskins or Indians. But I mean, if they like, you know what, here's a six-figure check. All right, yeah, I guess the Commanders and Guardians will work for me. You know, then I'll make enough money over years, and then I'm good, and then I can go back to my Redskins Indians. But yeah, no, definitely, you know, I'll try to be as wise as possible as Reynolds sends a fly ball to left. Backing up, he's at the track, and that'll be caught by Callahan for out number 2. So 2 away, and that'll bring up Esmeralda Valdez, the magician, who struck out in his first appearance. Shout me out or you're unsubbing. I appreciate you, man, for hanging out. I don't even know how to pronounce your name, I'm not going to lie. Chulia? I don't know. I apologize. No Diddy. That's crazy to say. 1-0 counts. Not a urinating tree. Yeah, I need to make videos. I just don't know how to edit. I don't know anything about that. That's outside, call to strike. Not a good call at all, but it's 1-1 to the magician. So a Magic Man. Dude wipes. Oh, my gosh, that's chopped foul 1 and 2. Good to see you, Magic Man. I know you were pretty happy about your Brewers. Crazy score last night. Didn't see any of it. Just saw it this morning. 1 and 2 to Esmeralda Valdez. 2 outs. Nobody on here. Again, 1-1 in Pittsburgh. The pitch. That's high and called. Strike 3. I believe it did catch the zone there. He struck him out. As we go to the top of the 4th. 1-1. Pirates and the Tigers. Due up for the Tigers will be Brett Callahan, Zach McKinstry, and Spencer Torkelson. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I do plan on going to Pennsylvania right after the football season. I want to see some family again. And then I want to take a trip out west to Pittsburgh, and I do plan on talking to some local businesses. That is in the cards. If everything works out, that is something I plan on doing. So like I said, I'll worry about that later. Don't worry. I'll be okay. I promise. I promise. I know the channel, you know, I just started last March. We're growing at a pretty good rate. We are. I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. So I you know, it slowed down a little bit with the Pirates. The Pirates streams have, you know, kind of tanked because they've kind of tanked, you know, themselves. Which is why, again, we'll be mixing in more stuff a little bit more between now and football season. But you know, I'll be all right. I promise. We're not going to go away. All right. I don't know why I'm saying we, by the way. It's just me. But anyway, Tigers, Pirates, again, as you know, 1-1 here as they're going to the 4th. Padres, Mets, 0-0 in the top of the 2nd. I think I saw Sema. How's it going, Sema? Welcome on. Commanders and Guardians will never work for you. I hear you. I really don't like it, but I don't know. 6-figure check. I'm just saying. That's what it'll cost for me to refer to them as that. And then I'll be like, well, you never mentioned the thumbnails. You know, I can still have the Chief Wahoo logo and the Redskins logo. At the game last night, saw Greg Brown at elevator. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That is pretty neat. I definitely want to beat him. All right, this is Callahan at the plate, the pitch. As Callahan sends a fly ball to left. Reynolds moving to his right. Appears to be under it. Makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. All right, and that'll bring up Zach McKinstry, who walked in his first appearance. Skenes, by the way, at 56 pitches. For those wondering. Skenes readies as he rocks and fires. That's off the plate. Ball 1. 97 on the fastball from Skenes. Got how to run enter. It's good. Good to see it, Jake. Be safe out there. Let's go. Let's go. Hold'em Bucks. That's going to be in there 1-1. We got a score, of course. One counts. Skenes kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. 1-2. That was a fastball up above the zone. And yeah, right. I saw that as well. I think you are correct. The 1-2. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Woo-hoo! That is now 3 strikeouts for Paul Skenes. That'll bring up Spencer Torkelson and grounded into a double play. But I do agree. I think they switched back to the uniforms, which that was a good move because the other uniforms are terrible. I think they will do that. Mariners set you back about 100. Sorry. That's a grounder foul, and it's only... Yeah, Mariners, kind of a disappointing year considering what they did last year. Definitely not what I expected. 0-1 to Torkelson. Skenes begins the windup. He kicks and fires. Sweeper. That's at the knees. 0-2. That's a nice pitch. Started inside and worked his way over the plate. I think that's what he's been trying to do. He's just been missing. 0-2 count. The pitch. That's way upstairs for a ball. 1-2. 63 pitches for Skenes. The 1-2 to Torkelson. That's a swing. Foul tip into the catcher's glove. He struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts. Bottom of the 4th we go. 1-1 in Pittsburgh. Thank you again for the sub. Appreciate that. Due up for the Pirates will be O'Neal Cruz, Nick Gonzalez, and Jacob Gonzalez. That was pretty quick. I don't know if it was 10. Well, I don't know if it was 10 pitches, Jason, but it was pretty good. That was probably his best inning in quite some time, to be honest. Yeah, there'll always be the Indians like the Redskins. I agree. What should I eat in Texas? Headed to Bourne? I don't even know. Let me look up what's there. Have you ever had Whataburger? It's kind of went downhill a little bit, but it's still legit. That is 6 hours away from me, so yeah, I don't know. That is, okay, just northwest of San Antonio. I don't know, find something local. Find something local if you can. There's probably some really good Mexican food there. If you're into Mexican food. It's tough, though. Some Mexican restaurants, you know, they're not run by Mexicans. They're run by, like, other, like the local Mexican restaurant here, run by people from Guatemala, and you can definitely tell it's not Mexican food. So, I don't know. That's my beef. That's my beef, you know. I'm, you know, the Mexican blood in me. I am American, proud to be American, of course. America first. But I don't know, my mom, born in Mexico, definitely made a good point. It's like, you know, you see these, like, Central America, South America, you know, people, they'll start Mexican restaurants because they would never dare start their own other restaurant. They use the Mexican name to kind of bring people in, the Mexican food. Everyone loves Mexican food, but I don't know. That's just kind of my beef. And you can tell it's just not authentic. It's not as good. That has popped up foul 0-1. A little bit of a rant there, but anyway, we're back to the game. Cruz is at the plate. RBI single in his first appearance. 1 for 1. Again, definitely needed him. 1-1 to O'Neal Cruz, the pitch. That's a grounder to second. Cruz kind of jogging his way down. That is out number 1. I don't know. Again, I like to see, obviously, you know, he's just working his way back, but definitely one of the complaints is he's no Jake Mangum, to say the least. All right, that'll bring up Nick Gonzalez, 0 for 1 on the day. Barbecue. Barbecue's really good around the southwest of Houston. I don't know how it is in San Antonio. Here's the pitch. That's inside ball 1. The barbecue trail, really good. Yes, yeah, Michael, I went to the original Whataburger location as Gonzalez sends a little flare to right center. That's going to drop in. That is a 1-out single. Very nice there for Nicky G. We'll see if he's able to come across. First hit since the RBI single from Cruz in the first. That'll bring up Jacob Gonzalez, 0 for 1. Job sets. The pitch. That's a check swing downstairs, ball 1. Houston, Texas. Okay, you're about 2 hours away, yeah. Some of these food trucks, though. Yeah, some of the food trucks are pretty good. A lot of food trucks. You're probably going to get some pretty good food. Here's the 1-0. That catches the outside corner, 1-1. Do you expect to win this? Could go either way, man. I don't know. Hopeful for the home team, but I've been wrong 66 times. That's a tapper foul. I wouldn't say wrong, but just been on the losing end of it 66 times. The other team 65. 1-2 to Gonzalez. Again, Gonzalez at first. Gonzalez at the plate. I'm sure that's not confusing at all. Jacob Gonzalez at the plate. The pitch, as that is popped up foul. Nick Gonzalez is at first. I'm a quarter Italian, yes. Quarter Italian there, Romer. I am from southeast Texas. Can't go any more specific, though. 1-2. Pickoff attempt. Speedy is safe. That was close. Job keeping an eye on Speedy Gonzalez. Again, not really the best base runner. That is kind of a shock as Jacob sends us to right. That'll drop in for a base hit. McKinstry throws it in. What a rifle from right. Jeez, good throw. And Gonzalez will never, he will not be at third. So runners at first and second with just 1 out. And that'll bring up Jared Trillo, 0 for 1. Just 2 hours away. Yeah, about 2.5, 3 hours, yeah. And the food truck worker speaks zero English, and you got to point at the pictures. Yeah, no, legit, you're correct. That's a grounder to third. Steps on the bag at third. Throws to first. That is a double play. That's a very nice play by Lee. How you Lee is showing how you do it. We go to the 5th, 1-1 in Pittsburgh. 2 up for the Tigers. Max Clark, How You Lee, and Colt Keith. Originally from Pennsylvania, yes. Cousins-burg, no. I have no family out there in West. All my family's in Eastern Pennsylvania. Well, now they've all moved away, but yeah, there's no one in West. Not all of them moved away, but a good amount have moved. Had Mexican food on vacation in Virginia. Was awful. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Mexican food in Virginia. I don't know. I don't know if I would be... I don't know if I'd go to Virginia for the Mexican food. Yeah. I don't know. I think we stopped at a Cracker Barrel in Virginia. I don't think I'd try anything from Virginia local. I don't know. I know that's kind of, if you're from Virginia here, it's nothing. I'm not trying to attack anybody. It's nothing personal. Anyway, Virginia. It's your birthday. Happy birthday, Turkey. Happy birthdays in the chat for Turkey, folks. Turkey, a big part of the channel. Turkey is our mascot. Please say hello to the Copperell Eagles PE class. What's up, Copperell Eagles? How's it going? Y'all better be hustling. You better be exercising because you got to be healthy. Play some dodgeball. That's good stuff for you. Dodgeball, soccer, something. Run, run, run. If you're lazy, well, sorry. You're just quitting on yourself. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. But happy birthday to Turkey. Let's go. All right, we are back. Skenes on the mound. Here is the pitch. That's inside ball one. Clark 0 for 1 on the day. Virginia has some good fried chicken. Well, that's good. Yeah, I'm not really into seafood. That's something I'm not really a big thing of. That's going to be a fair ball down the right field line. That'll probably be a double. Could be a triple with Clark's speed. He's at second. Will hold up. So leadoff double for the Tigers as they have a runner in scoring position. So early trouble here in the fifth. So that'll bring up Hao-Yu Lee, who singled in his first appearance. Eagleson, thank you. You're very welcome. All right, runner on second, nobody out. Skenes readies. Looks back. The pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike one to Hao-Yu Lee. So, again, Lee has been at the plate 7 times this series. Been on base 6. 6 out of 7 times. Here's the 0-1. That is outside 1-1. If the PE class is still listening, they probably really enjoyed that for some reason. Talking to yourself. Well, I'm sorry about that, Yosef. 1-1 count. Skenes looks back. The pitch. That's down and in 2-1. Living rich and not so bad. Okay, sorry. 2-1 count. The pitch. Sweeper in there. 2-2. Started at his body. Catches the plate. What's up, Coach? A lot of works early. Let's clean it up. Yep, for sure. Here's the 2-2. That is fouled back, and it's still 2-2. Give me one moment, folks. So apparently Soto's warming up for the Pirates, as that is popped up foul. I know that does not inspire confidence in Pirate fans. Greg Brown's calling. Yeah, I'm listening to him right now. Yeah, I answered. I said, I don't know. I mean, it could go either way. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be downstairs 3-2. I'm talking to you. But you have your ears closed, man. You heard me. You maybe heard me saying something. You didn't listen. Joseph, come on, man. I got you. Don't worry. I got you, man. Even if you don't got me, I got you. Here's the 3-2. That is high and in, ball 4. As Lee will take first. So that is now 4 walks for Paul Skenes. As, yeah, runners on first and second, nobody out. That'll be the top of the lineup with Colt Keith. They give him 4 hits and a run this one, yeah. I think I'm good, Dan. I think I'm good. Don't think I need all that. Appreciate you guys for the subs. How's it going, Bill? Welcome on in. Thank you for the jewels there. W's in the chat for Bill. Pirates. A little bit of trouble here. Skenes readies as he faces Keith the pitch. That's going to be tapped to left. That is a foul ball. Oh, man, that was dangerous. Bet on the Tigers. Gotcha. Good luck. They may be taking the lead here. The 0-1, that's going to be flared back. 0-2, kind of jammed him there. 0-2 to Colt Keith. Yeah, thank you guys. 8:30, I appreciate that. Again, trying to get to 11,000 by the beginning of the NFL season. So I appreciate the support today, definitely. Much appreciated. 0-2 to Keith. The pitch. That's in the dirt. It's 1-2, 89 on the slider. Let's go, Pirates. Why is the catcher have a bat? I don't know. On here, it's on that little screen, it's just very odd. The 1-2, that's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Woo-hoo! Much needed. That is now strikeout number. That was strikeout number 5. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres, who struck out and walked in his appearances today. Let's go and Pokey. How you feeling? I'm feeling about the same, but I will be all right. Thank you for asking. Pickoff attempt. He is safe. Clark almost picked off. Loses his helmet. Gonzalez, though, handing him his helmet. Skenes readies. Clark with his lead at second. The pitch. That is up and away. Ball 1. 98 on the fastball. Don't forget to drink your water. It's water, folks. Definitely would be horrible to drink anything like that for a play-by-play. That's down and away 2-0. You know, the cool thing about glasses and free will is that you can pour whatever you want in these things. I have elected water. Here's the 2-0. As that's a little flare to center. That's going to drop in for a base hit. That may score. Clark is going home, and he will score. As the Tigers now lead 2-1. Just a little bloop. And it's 2-1 Detroit with runners on the corners with just one out. Yeah, that is no bueno. All right, Kevin McGonigal 0 for 1 with the sac fly. Skenes is done. They are really limiting Skenes. So it's going to be Gregory Soto to take over. All right. Well, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Again, this is the NL playoff race. Pirates need this much more than the Tigers, despite having similar records. Pirates 6.5 back. The Tigers, only a game back. 61 and 65. The Rangers 62 and 64. Never had a sip of alcohol, Mads. Never in my life. They never score for Skenes. Yep. I don't know. I don't really know. I mean, just... I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But still plenty of ball game left. Just got to hope that the Pirates offense can figure it out. And Soto in the bullpen doesn't blow it. Or make it worse. Because really, it's the offense today that has not shown up. Girlfriend's going to leave him. I don't know about all that. Shut Skenes down now. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. If the season... If they have a 0% chance, then I would say they probably do it once they're eliminated officially. Right now, their odds, I think, are at 5%. So, I know that's not good, but it's definitely doable despite how they've been. But yeah, lost today. It's... I mean, you have potentially dropped to 7.5 back. You just... I mean, that might be just too much. You have to maintain. You can't get any worse than 7. You can't get any worse than a week's worth of baseball to make up. Once that happens, it's pretty much over. Soto looks over at first. The pitch as McGonigal sends this to right center field. That'll drop in for a base hit. A one-hopper off the wall. Cruz throws it in. He's waving him home. Gonzalez throw to the plate. He is out. But he does score 1. So they're able to get an out on the play. That is an RBI double. So, yeah, the Tigers do score 1 on the double there by McGonigal. So, 3-1 Tigers. That'll bring up Dylan Dingler, who's 0 for 2. Soto sets as he faces Dingler. The pitch, and that's taken outside, ball 1. So again, if you're just tuning in, Tigers 3, Pirates 1. Skenes already out of the game. Lee did score on the play. Torres was thrown out at the plate. Pretty nice relay throw from Gonzalez. The pitch, as that is scooped to left. That is a foul ball, 1-1. The teams need to disclose their opener the same day of the game. I mean, yeah. I mean, you have to let, just, turn it in the lineups, I guess, but I guess in theory you can mix it up, but that would be kind of odd, as that's going to be sent to center field. Cruz is backing up and makes the catch for out number 3. The Tigers take the lead. 2 runs scoring in the 5th. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, Tigers 3, Pirates 1. Due up for the Pirates will be Henry Davis, Spencer Horwitz, and Brandon Lau. Well, Aaron, the thing is with Skenes is that, again, he orchestrated the removal of the pitching coach. Not saying that we should have listened to Skenes, but, he felt like last year's pitching, which was the 7th best ERA in baseball, I believe, needed to be improved on. So they fired the pitching coach, and the new guy has tanked the season. It's definitely ruined the pitching of many players, including Skenes, or maybe Skenes, I don't know. Maybe he's just kind of tailing down. So that's why the frustration for us Pirates fans, even me, again, I definitely would point the finger, or part of the blame of Skenes. Obviously, there's a lot more to go around, but definitely, when you fire something that worked, when you are a big reason on the removal of a guy that was, again, it worked last year. I don't see what the problem was. Why would we Why would we get rid of that? But yeah, I would definitely put some of the blame there. That's just me. So anyway, that'll bring up Henry Davis, hit by a pitch in his first appearance. So they fired success, yeah. Next football games this Friday, Steelers and Jets. That is the preseason. Of course, that'll be fun as that's in the dirt. Ball one. Joe, by the way, still out there. 64 pitches. 64 pitches entering the fifth inning. Joe begins the windup. Here is the pitch. That's outside 2-0. You just hope that the offense can get something going in the bullpen. A.K.A. everyone but Soto, of course, will keep it close to 2-0. That's downstairs 3-0. Not that I don't want Soto to keep blowing it, but don't really have much faith. Three 3-0 count. Job sets. He kicks. He delivers. That's in there 3-1. Well, I understand that, Michael. I'm just saying that's what happened. I'm not agreeing you. I'm not agreeing with what the Pirates did. As that's downstairs ball 4. I'm just saying that's what happened. I mean, that is what happened. So, yeah, that's definitely, I mean, if we had last year's pitching, this team is a shoo-in for the playoffs. Fortunately, that is not what's happening. Runner on first, nobody outs. Horowitz at the plate, 0 for 2 on the day. Runner on first, nobody out. The pitch, and that is fouled back, and it's 0-1. Of course, the offense has definitely hit a wall. Has shown life, though, within the last week. Here's the 0-1. That's a tapper. Backed up to Job. Throws to second. Throws to first. That is out. That is a double play. So 2 outs on 1 swing of the bat. Unlucky. That'll bring up Brandon Lau 0 for 1 with the walk. Definitely a tough turn of events for the Pirates. Here's the pitch. That's up and away. Ball 1. 98 on the fastball. Again, if you're just tuning in, Skenes already removed from the game. Tigers leading 3-1. Job sets and delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Wow, again 0 for 1 with the walk. 26 homers for Lau. It's definitely been a great get for the Pirates. Job sets, rocks, and delivers. Checked his swing. That's upstairs 2-1. Job with pitch number 74. That's in there. 2-2. 99 on the inside corner. That's definitely healthy to see if you're a Tigers fan. 74 pitches here in the 5th. 99 on the gun. The 2-2. That's in the dirt. 3-2 to Brandon Lau. 86 on the changeup. Tatis, yeah, he's pretty solid. Definitely had a rough start to the year. It's going Citywell. Come on in. Baseball's been good to you. That's good. 3-2. Dingler gonna ask for time. That's kind of a bizarre time to do it. 3-2 count. 2 outs. Nobody on. So we're back again. Bottom of the 5th. Detroit 3, Pirates. We'll check out what's happening across Major League Baseball at the end of this inning. 3-2. He kicks, he fires. That's outside, ball 4. So Lau extends the inning with a walk. And that'll bring up Brian Reynolds, RBI single in his first appearance. And 1 for 2. And again, it's been a while since Reynolds has really been able to... Not RBI single. What did I say that? RBI. That was not true. That is not an RBI. What the heck was that? He just singled in the his first appearance. But again, he hasn't really been able to get the bat going as of late. The OPS dropping as Reynolds with a grounder to first right on cue, as Torkelson will take it himself to the bag for out number 3, and the inning is over. We go to the top of the 6th. Tigers 3, Pirates 1. Due up for the the Tigers. So I'm messing up all of a sudden now. Brett Callahan, Zach McKinstry, and Spencer Torkelson. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Tigers. All right. We'll check out what's happening right now. The Padres and the Mets 0-0. And the Braves and Twins 0-0. So that's pretty much it. Pretty much it. Again, if you're a Pirates fan, you're definitely pulling for the Mets. If the Padres win and the Pirates lose, the Pirates would fall to 7.5 back. And, yeah, that would just... I don't know. I do think, again, I know it's only one game, but that definitely is a huge mountain to climb as you're trying to inch your way back in. So, again, the Pirates fans pulling for the Mets today. All you can do is hope for the best. Can the Buccos win a game? Well, they won last night, but, yeah, definitely a tough one there, Jeffrey. 7.5 out of the wild card. Right, yeah, 6.5 right now of the wild card for sure, yes. That last spot with the Padres. 7.5 back from the Phillies. And I guess 12.5 back from the Cubs. Yeah, they're not catching the Cubs. Cubs, again, I think the Cubs could catch the Brewers. I mean, the Brewers are playing really good, but definitely, the Cubs have been playing really good as of late. And a reminder that I'll be back tonight. Mariners and the Brewers. I know it's kind of horrible timing with the Brewers winning, scoring 22 runs. But definitely we'll hope that today's game is much more competitive. Here's the pitch. That is found back 0-1. So doubleheader today. Delay doubleheader. Right here on the Dr. Delay Sports Network. So I believe Callahan is pinch hits 4. I could be wrong. Yes, this is Malguri. Here's the pitch. That almost hits him in the knees. 1-1. So Malguri pinch hitting for Callahan, who went 0 for 2. 1-1 count to Malguri. Soto as wild as ever. The pitch. Breaking ball just misses. 2-1. 81 on the slider. I hope the Pirates don't lose 90 games. I don't know if they lose 90 games. I don't think they will. 2-1 to Malguri. The pitch, as that's going to be sent out to center field. Cruz is coming in and makes the catch. Out number 1. And we'll see if they make any more changes. McKinstry is due up. He's 0 for 1 with the walk. It'll be McKinstry, the lefty. Soto readies. Kicks and delivers. That's on the outside corner, 0-1. 98 on the fastball. Into 22-run games. One was 22-0, 22-7. That is crazy. 22 runs. Let's go to Tracy. Welcome on in. Pitcher right now is Juan Soto. Gregory Soto, the pitch. That misses inside, 1-1. 84 on the sweeper. Looks like the Tigers are warming up a reliever. Not too sure how to pronounce this name. Wagispack. I'm not even too sure, to be honest. The 1-1. That is fouled back 1-2. Again, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Trying to get to 11,000. I appreciate the growth today. Definitely a great stream, but definitely would love to see a Pirates win, as that's upstairs 2-2. Right now, of course, the Tigers with the advantage. Two and two to McKinstry. Soto readies and delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Gets the K, and that'll bring up Spencer Torkelson, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Pirates being Cubs at Wrigley. Oh, wow. That's very nice. Let's go, Nick. Welcome on in. Soto sets, kicks, and fires. That's a backdoor, and that's going to be called a strike, though. It was a little bit off the plate. And Torkelson will challenge. He will win this challenge. Tigers, by the way, with one challenge left. Pirates with both. So Torkelson wins the challenge. Versus it'll be 1-0. Wagispack, we call him Waggy. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I call him Waggy. Call him Waggy just for this. 1-0 count to Torkelson. The pitch. So that's going to be off the plate, 2-0. Torkelson again with 20 homers. Definitely a nice amount. You know, could finish 25, maybe 30 if he really gets hot. The 2-0, that's a breaking ball at the knees, 2-1. I know he was highly thought of when he was first brought up. Two and 1 to Torkelson. Soto sets the pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider down and in. 2-2. Decent crowd for the Pirates today for a day game. Of course, football is back, so I imagine that'll... I don't know. Don't think we'll see many busy weekends here at PNC. The pitch. That's off the plate. 3-2. To Spencer Torkelson. Cover the Dodger series? I don't know yet, to be honest with you. This game will tell me a lot. I have him ready, but I have him unlisted. The 3-2. Check this swing. Did he go? Peeled down to first. He went. He struck him out. So he strikes out the last two batters. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Tigers 3, Pirates 1. Due up for the Pirates will be Esmelin Valdez, O'Neal Cruz, and Nick Gonzalez. Blank number 152. Thank you very much. Skenes on the hot seat. Maybe should not have been at the beach with his girlfriend over the weekend. I mean, I don't know. I won't go that far. But thank you again, Trisk. Thank you, folks, for the likes. We hit over 150. Of course, again, what likes do is push out the stream more Pirate fans, Tiger fans, baseball fans. That's all it does. So make sure, again, to hit the like button. I do appreciate it. Sorry, quarterback will be Aaron Rodgers. Definitely Aaron Rodgers. No other answer. No other answer there. Guess now's the time to buy some Skenes auto. Yeah, that's true. I mean, if he gets out of this and gets back to his form, yeah, now is the time to buy if you're into card collecting. Tigers, Pirates, probably Tigers, but we'll see. We shall see. Again, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to sub to the channel. Again, it is free to do so. And again, I'll be back tonight. We got Mariners and the Brewers. Again, really unfortunate that that game happened last night, as I'm sure that'll probably not be as interesting. But maybe, you know, I don't know. Hopefully, I mean, it's baseball. You just, any given day, anything can happen. I mean, the Mariners can come back tonight, win 1-0. And then, yeah, obviously the run differential's there, but it's the same on the win column. Pitchers that were not starting, not allowed to come to games. I mean, he did go to the games. But anyway, here's the pitch. That's upstairs. Ball 1. We're back underway here in the bottom of the 6th. Valdez has struck out both times, looking and swinging. The 1-0 to Valdez. That misses upstairs, 2-0. Still very doable for the Pirates. They want to get back into an only 2-run game. Last year was great. I thought he did fine with what he had. That's going to be a swing and a miss, 2-1. Now Rogers, again, the media will tell you that Rogers was horrible, but that was not the case. 2-1 to Valdez. Heinen 3-1. 98. Camilo Doval warming up for the Pirates. The 3-1 to Valdez. That's grounded foul, and we'll do it again, 3-2. Time to score, yep. Thank you, Jeffrey. Appreciate it. Yeah, definitely ready for the Steelers and the NFL. But definitely still hoping the Pirates can do something, as that's ground and foul. 3-2. They're still, it's not over yet, but yeah, if they get to the 7.5, it may be over. It's such a huge difference. Such a huge difference from 6.5 to 7.5. The 3-2, and that is fouled back. So again, you're pulling, if the Pirates lose today, obviously, yeah, that's another loss, but definitely pulling for the Mets. Three and 2 to the Magician as he cranks this to left. That is a foul ball. 3-2. Here comes the homer. We'll take it. We'll take anything. 3-2 the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out 99 right down the middle. Valdez is the only Pirate today to strike out, and he struck out every single time. So not a good game for the Magician, as it looks like that'll be it for Job. Job goes 5 1/3. And Job has done pretty solid performance for Job. So it looks like the new guy will face Oneil Cruz whenever we do come back. Commercial break there. Of course, I'll stay right here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Michael. That's what many people believe. Come on, Pirates. Definitely. Huge difference between 6.5 and 5.5. Yep. Yeah, no, put up the strikeouts for sure. For sure. Magician pulled a hat trick. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Again, still just got to hope that the Pirates can figure out the bullpen, because, yeah, Job just kind of mowed down the Pirates. Didn't look like that would be the case with how the first inning went. Able to get on base 3 times, walk, single. But that was pretty much it. Again, since that RBI single from Cruz, a hit by pitch, single, walk. And that was just a little bit later, but then grounding into a double play, that was kind of a killer. All right, we are back again. Bottom of the 6th, 1 out, nobody on. Pitching change for the Tigers. Oneil Cruz is at the plate, 1 for 2 with an RBI. We'll see who the Tigers have. I imagine it's a lefty, but guess we'll find out. Tyler Holton, 3.10 ERA. Here's the pitch, and that's taken for a called strike. 0-1. 91 on the sinker. Holton sets, kicks, and delivers. That is fouled back. 0-2. 91 again on the sinker. Each game back means 1 series, so with 11 series left, being 7 at back means you need to win 8 series just to get back in the last wild card spot. Yeah, I mean, that's hoping that they also do not win their series, but yeah. 0-2 the pitch. That's a check swing. Did he go? He went. He struck him out. Well, Cruz will join Valdez in striking out today. Of course, it's a new pitcher. That'll bring up Nick Gonzalez. 1 for 2 on the day. Holton readies facing Nicky G. Here is the pitch as Gonzalez with the grounder to short. McGonigal with a nice play. Throws to first, and he is safe. I mean, that was a heck of an effort from McGonigal, though, honestly. Geez, I'm moving to his right, throwing to his left. That was very impressive. I mean, if Gonzalez, if it's an average speed guy, he gets him. Man. So an infield single keeps the inning alive. That'll bring up Jacob Gonzalez. Actually, it will not. Gonzalez, of course, not good against lefties. And he'll face Nick York. Holton sets and delivers. That's a backdoor cutter. 0-1, 89. So runner on first, 2 outs. Holton readies, looks over at Gonzalez, the pitch, and that's taken downstairs. 1-1. 84 goes the changeup. York batting .226, OPS of .607, 12 RBIs on the season. The 1-1 as York grounds it foul. 1-2. DK, I mean, very, very little, but I've watched him, though. 1-2. The pitch. York, once again, fouls this back. Tris, don't you have some students to teach or something? 1-2 to York. Holton readies the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. That is the end of the inning. We go to the top of the 7th. Tigers 3, Pirates 1. 2 up for the Tigers will be Max Clark, Hao-Yu Lee, and Colt Keith. You're on your lunch break? Okay, I think you should enjoy your lunch break. That's what I think you should do. I think you should enjoy your lunch break, Trisk. Appreciate you, Bryce. Yeah, thank you very much. Again, just a little bit under the weather, but I'll be all right. Yeah, Nick York just, I don't know, pulling for him, but I don't know. He started off the year really good, and then he kind of a streaky guy. That's what it seems like. Tigers win, maybe. Maybe, probably, but we'll see. All right, the Mets leading 2-0 over the Padres. That is good news. The Twins leading 1-0 over the Braves. That is not good news for the Tigers. But, of course, still plenty of ball game there. White Sox and the Cubs, 0-0. Again, don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to sub to the channel. It is free. I'll be back later tonight as well. 7:40 Eastern, 6:40 Central. Mariners and the Brewers. Hopefully a much more competitive game. That's all I can hope for there. Thank you again for the sub. I appreciate that. But yeah, probably, I don't know. We'll see there. Ibaneko. You have a cold? Yeah, I'm just not feeling that great. I don't think I'm getting sick. I'll be home until around midnight Friday. I gotcha. Yeah, I might be streaming Friday. I don't know. Again, the Steelers game is at 7. Pirates game at 10. I don't know if I'm covering that Friday night Pirates game yet. Camilo Doval, 4.15 ERA. He'll be on the mound for the Pirates. He'll face Max Clark. Again, Doval not good against lefties. But we'll see how he looks here. Clark, of course, doubled in his last appearance. Thank you again, Miss Linda. I appreciate it. During a lunch break, yep. I think he really needs to. I think he really needs to enjoy his break. I think that's what he should do. That's what he should prioritize right now. All right. Doval readies and delivers. That's off the plate, ball 1. 97 on the sinker. We're back underway in Pittsburgh. Clark 1 for 2. Again, a double and scored. Cycloparalysis? I mean, I don't even know what that is. That's in there 1-1. That sounds bad. Cyclo. It was 1. Cyclo 1. I don't know. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to pretend to be the smartest guy here. 1-1 Clark. So that's going to be yanked to right. That's also a foul ball, 1-2. Even with extra rest, Skenes didn't make it 5. Yeah, I know. Kind of a... Definitely a bummer, but it's not feeling well. Definitely, yep. I'm not. It's a good eye. 1-2 the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Clark goes away, and that'll bring up Hao-Yu Lee. He was 1 for 1 with the walk. Again, he's been up to the plates now 8 times this series and has gone on base 7 times. If you take out the pinch hitting, so whenever he starts, he's perfect. 7 for 7. I mean, it's actually insane what he's been able to do against the Pirates. Showing us how you do it. Here's the pitch. It's in there 0-1. 99 on the cutter. Okay, I don't have anything like that. Nothing like that. 0-1 counts. The pitch. And that's going to be inside 1-1. Yeah, that's definitely great. You want to, definitely people that are coming in, definitely want to read stuff like that. So I appreciate you guys for bringing that up. Great stuff. Good stuff, chat, today. You guys are on it. You guys are showing your fullest ability. Here's the 1-1. That's upstairs. 2-1. 98 on the fastball. It's okay, Sam. I'll make it. I will power through. 2-1 to Lee. Doval delivers. Breaking ball upstairs. 3-1. Davis wanted the call, but did not get it. And Tigers 3, Pirates 1. For those that are just now tuning in. The 3-1. That misses upstairs, ball 4. So he gets the lefty, but then he walks the righty. How does that even work? With the guy with Doval's splits. That'll bring up Colt Keith, who's 1 for 2 at the walk. Welcome, yeah. Ragweed season. I don't know if is there ragweed around here? I hope not. He's a teacher. He can't help it. Oh, yeah, that's great. That's going to be outside. Davis pump fakes. as it looks like Lee was flirting with the idea of going to second. Davis again with the highest throwout rate, 48%. The next highest is at 38%. This guy has been elite. He's got a cannon attached to his right arm, as that's going to be in there 1-1. And that stat alone might be what gets him a gold glove. You know, of course, Davis not exactly the most well-liked by the fans, anyway. Member of the Pirates. 1-1 to Keith. The pitch. And that misses upstairs 2-1. 96. Pirates see 500 any time the rest of the year. Good news. I'm not saying, again, I mean, I know people will roll their eyes, but once you get past the Padres, the schedule is much softer. It really is. The 2-1, that's going to be upstairs. Call the strike. Keith will challenge. He will win this challenge. And that'll make it 3-1. There's the Cardinals right after that. But, yeah, it does get, again, much softer for the Pirates. But, again, I don't really think it matters who they play, to be honest, at this point. They play the best teams, and they'll take a game or two. They can play the worst teams. They can take a game or two. It's really how the Pirates playing. Are they playing good or are they playing bad? It's pretty crazy. Here's the 3-1. That's going to be hit up the middle. Nice snag by Trill. Flips to second for one. Throws to first, but he throws it away, and that is going out of play. And it looks like Keith will be at second. Gonzalez decides to throw a ball to a fan, but it's not the time to do that. You do that before the games. Don't usually see that during the games. So Keith gets on with the fielder's choice. There is 2 outs. That'll bring up Gleyber Torres, 1 for 2 with the walk and an RBI. Looking forward to football. Me too. Very much. Bad habit of correcting grammar. You're good. That's all good. The pitch. And that's a grounder to third. York with it. Throws to first. He is out. So we'll take the 0. We go to the bottom of the 7. Tigers 3, Pirates 1. Due up for the Pirates will be Jared Triolo, Henry Davidson, Spencer Horwitz. Resurrect Clemente. Yeah, honestly, definitely would help us out. Give us a show, Pirates. We need it, Jose. We need it. I say get all the illness out. That's what I said, Robert. Like, it's honestly a good time to get sick. I know it's never a good time to get sick, but if I were to get sick, though, for me and the channel, with it being more of a football channel, definitely now is the time. Cars really overperformed this year. They have. I mean, we'll just, again, look at it. But, yeah, they're doing better than the Pirates. Pirates, you could say, have underperformed. Despite, of course, all the losing, expectations were a little bit higher this year. But, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah, I wish Davis could hit a little better, too. Yeah, no, defensively, he's really improved. He definitely has. Especially when there's only 2 outs. Yeah, you definitely want to do that. I mean, I think we're seeing that a little bit too much. You know, last night apparently Seattle did that. Apparently Seattle decided to do that. I mean, of course, they were down. Again, they ended up losing 22 to nothing. So more errors this year than I can remember. Yeah, it's a really bad fielding team this year. Underperforming is one word. Yep, that's the word we're going to go with on this PG channel. Folks, make sure again to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. Trying to get to 11,000. Thank you again for subbing today, folks. Definitely do appreciate that. I really do. Again, trying to grow this channel. Pirate streams have been slumping as of late. And it's because of the Pirates. Pirates have just kind of slumped themselves. All right, so the Tigers bring out a new arm on the mound. I don't know his name. This is Wagaspack, I think. Here's the pitch. That's taken on the outside corner for a called strike. 86. They're saying that was a cutter. Wagaspack with a 1.67 ERA. On a batting average of 143, so not much velo, but That's going to be foul back 0-2, but he definitely has been performing well. 92, by the way, on the fastball. Michael Jordan flu game. Yeah, okay. For sure. For sure. 0-2 count to Triolo. Again, he's 0-2 on the day. Here's the pitch. That's down and away. 1-2. 87 on the cutter. Has a lot of movement for a cutter. I kind of want to say it's a slider. But maybe it is a cutter. 1-2. It's all about the grip. So that's going to be down and away. 2-2. 84 on the changeup. Looks like Drew Sommers warming up for the Tigers, a lefty. That's being the Padres. Yep, that's the only good thing that's happening right now for the Pirates, as that is fouled back, and it's still 2-2. Looks like Luke Weaver's warming up. He'll look to bounce back after his worst outing of the season. Let's go, Bucks. Here's the 2-2 as Triolo hits this right to the third baseman, Lee, who makes a nice catch. It was smoked off the bat, but it finds a glove. Hit it right to a guy. That is as unlucky as it can be. All right, well, that'll bring up Henry Davis, who was hit by a pitch and walked. So no official at bat today. And thank you for the sub. I do appreciate that. The Bulls won the Jordan flu game. Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Haas. I appreciate that. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike one. So no Davis here. This is Rafael Flores. They're trying to get something going on offense. 0-1 to Rafael Flores, taking over for Davis. The pitch. Breaking ball down and away. 1-1. 78 goes the curveball. Maybe this pitcher will start looking at his finger all inning like Montero in the fifth. Maybe. That'd be nice. The 1-1. That's downstairs 2-1. To be honest, I didn't even notice that. But the Pirates had a really nice fifth inning. 2-1. Wagaspack sets. The pitch. Flores sends this to left. Backing up at the wall. That ball is gone. It's gone. Clear the deck. Cannonball coming. Rafael Flores with home run number 5 of the season. And it's a 1-run ball game in Pittsburgh. Hoist the cone, folks. The offense is somewhat there. The move to the bench works out for the Pirates offense. 1-run game in Pittsburgh. Hoist the cone. Gets the little mask, the welder's mask. And that'll bring up Spencer Horwitz 0 for 3 on the day. So 3-2. 3-2 the pitch. That's in there 0-1. Again, this Wagaspack guy with an ERA of a 1. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, again, it's so random. That's baseball for you. You just never know. It can happen. 0-1 counts. So Horwitz, Wagaspack kicks and delivers. That is fouled back quickly. 0-2 to Horwitz. AJ with the let's go. Let's go. Thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate it. W's in the chat for AJ, folks. AJ, a walking W. 0-2 to Horwitz. It is doable. Wagaspack will have to back off as Horwitz asks for time, as he's trying to find his swing that he had prior to getting injured. Are we going to win this game? At least one game against the Dodgers to go over the Padres. Yeah, no, for sure. That's in the dirt. 1-2. Definitely. I mean, you don't want to get swept. I mean, that's the reality of it, is that you're looking at, the best case scenario for the Pirates. You take 1 from the Dodgers, and then you want to take 2 at least from the Padres. The 1-2, that's downstairs 2-2. If you sweep the Padres, if you have 3-3 over the weekend, you take all of them from the Padres. That really helps out. If you go 3-0 against the Dodgers and then get swept by the Padres, that hurts the Pirates. It's crazy though. Not all wins are created the same. Here's the 2-2. Horwitz sends a fly ball to left center field. Clark though raging back and makes the catch. Now there are 2 outs. I think I said 2 outs earlier. I apologize. Only 1 out. Now there are 2 outs. Now to bring up Brandon Lau. 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. What's going on, Brian? Welcome on in. Good afternoon to you. NC State or UNC in basketball non-conference game? I would not know. I'm probably UNC if I had to guess. Just based on historical tendencies, but I would not know. Looks like Lau will not face Wagaspack. It's going to be Sommers. So a pitching change in Pittsburgh. So Sommers will face Lau. We had a guy on. Yep, would have been nice. We'll take the solo shot, though. Thank you again for the jewels there, Jeffrey. W's in the chat, folks. I don't like counting chickens before they hatch, but I'm counting all about the W. There we go. Hey, I like the confidence. Catching you on lunch. Thank you very much, Brian. You enjoy your lunch break as well, but definitely appreciate you being here. That was not a shot at Trisk. I think he's probably back in teaching. He was here as of 8 minutes ago. But yeah, again, the Pirates 6.5 back from the Padres. Looking at the Padres-Mets score, the Pirates would hope that that result does stay the same. It's 2-1. Mets leading over the Padres. You allow, pal. We do. Feeling better? About the same, to be honest, but we're putting on the camera today. I think I'm getting sick, but that's okay. I'll be all right. UNC TCU in a couple weeks should be a good game. Should be. Should be. That one will not be covered on the channel, as you can probably watch it on YouTube for free. So definitely won't be covering. You know, I kind of know what they don't cover, what they're not allowed to show on YouTube. So yeah. Skenes, I mean, not that great. I think only 4 1/3 allowed 2 runs. Or maybe, was it? No, I think it was the 2. Yeah, just didn't go deep. Just not the best. Not the best performance. Sommers delivers. That's outside. Ball 1 as he faces Brandon Lau. 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Again, of course, the matchup favors the pitcher. Sommers with a 3.42 ERA. Here to the game on Monday. 1-0 from Sommers. That's off the plate. Called a strike. Lau did not like the call. And the Pirates with 2 challenges. And the Hornets already, he flew out. So Nate, I'm assuming you're behind. If you get to this point, make sure to skip ahead. 1-2 to Lau. Skenes was seen by someone's on. Yeah, someone mentioned that. Yeah. Problem is for the Pirates, they don't have any depth when it comes to starting pitching. Which I was banging the table. I said that starting pitching was more important, but I know the bullpen stinks, because here's the 1-2 that's off the plate, 2-2. My thinking was, you acquire these starting pitchers, you move some of the starters in the bullpen, your bullpen gets better automatically. And they can all shut up too, like the people, the players are complaining. So that's down and away 3-2. I know, of course, that Majinski made a big stink about going to the bullpen. Jarrett Jones apparently didn't want to go to the bullpen. Bunch of egos for a losing team. That's not good. 3-2 the pitch. That's a swing and a foul tip in the glove. He struck him out. But the Pirates, they get one back. 3-2 as we go to the top of the 8th. Thank you again for the subs. I'd appreciate that. 8:34. All right, stew up for the Tigers will be Kevin McGonigal, Dylan Dingler, and Brett Callahan. Yeah, let me hoist the chair real quick. But yeah, definitely not a good year for Skenes. So I don't know, but As long as the Pirates are in contention, I imagine he'll still go out there. Let's go on back road. Welcome on in. Good to see you. We'll check out some scores real quick. Again, the Mets leading 2-1 over the Padres. So the Padres are the runner on second with nobody out. That is not good. The Twins leading 1-0 over the Braves. And the White Sox leading 0-0. No, leading 0. The White Sox with runners on second and third, too. That's why I was thinking leading, but no guarantee there. They have an opportunity to lead, but it is 0-0 in the top of the second. What the heck? What the heck was that? What was that delay? You idiot. Anywho, again, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. Trying to get to, or pardon me, not trying. Well, we are trying to get to 11,000. We did cross 150 on the likes. We have a chance for 200. It's going to be close. And we're at 178. So again, likes just push out the stream to more Pirate fans, Tiger fans, baseball fans, sports fans. That's all it does. So make sure to sub to the channel. Grant is a chronic liar and part-time drunk. What in the world? What in the world? All right, Flores, of course, will be catching in place of Davis. Of course, Flores with the solo shot, giving Pirate fans some hope. Luke Weaver now with a 2.30 ERA. Again, that really bad game out of nowhere. Blame it on the NyQuil. Yeah, I did not take any NyQuil. I should. I've also had problems sleeping. That's probably, again, a combination of everything. Though I've slept well a little bit as of late. Went through a stretch there. I was getting no sleep. Usually happens every few months since doing this. All right. It'll be Kevin McGonigal. McGonigal is 1 for 2 with the sac fly, the pitch, and that is tapped foul. 0-1. He also has an RBI double, so he's got 2 RBIs on the day. Again, Jeffrey, appreciate it. Drago, welcome on in. 0-1 to McGonigal. Weaver readies. Sets. Begins the windup. Here is the pitch. That's up and away. 1-1. 96 goes the fastball. Remember when a Reds pitcher got busted at some retail store pulling the security tags off the shirts because he had never returned anything or shopped for himself before? What in the world? That's going to be foul back 1-2. That's crazy. That's different upbringings, I guess. I don't know. It's pretty bizarre. 1-2 to McGonigal. Okay, nobody out here in the top of the 8th. Weaver kicks and delivers as McGonigal fouls this back. 89 on the changeup. All the Angels and Pirates made more deals. Yeah. Angels had a lot of people for sale. We got one of them, but Mike Leake. I remember him. I remember Mike Leake. Here's the 1-2. That's off the plate. 2-2. 89 on the changeup. Two and 2 to McGonigal. Looking to send it McGon, but hopefully not. The pitch. That is once again fouled back. So Weaver not missing many bats. At least to start this top of the 8th. Let's go, Bunkos. Appreciate you, Drago, with the like. Two and 2, the pitch. As that's yanked to right. That is a foul ball. Oh, man, a few feet. A few feet away from a double. The Reds announcer, yes. Yep. Definitely have to watch what you say. So, I don't know. Maybe the Cancel culture is dying down a little bit. 2-2. The pitch. That is just downstairs. Flores liked the pitch. Doesn't challenge, though. Would have been a ball anyway. 3-2. How did Cruz do today? Cruz 1 for 3 as an RBI. Knocked in the first run of the game. Looks like McGonigal asks for time again. Count is full, as this will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Mike Trout's with the Angels. Yes. He was a prima donna. Story was that his mom and girlfriend did all of his shopping. Really? Wouldn't shock me if Sal Stewart were the same. That bum. The 3-2. The call, strike 3. He struck him out. Oh my goodness. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. Just, yeah, Sal. Don't like Sal. You already know that. Couldn't help myself, as there is strikeouts number 1 for Weaver. That'll bring up Dylan Dingler. 0 for 3 on the day. But yeah, that does sound pretty bad. Not going to lie. Does sound pretty crazy. All right, Weaver sets and delivers. That's a swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-1. Of course, Sal, of course, likes making something into nothing. That's why the prima donna thing stuck. 0-1 count to Dingler. The pitch. That's down and away, 1-1. Sal, of course, the only guy that I know has gotten 2 players thrown out for not even getting hits, just high and in. He complains and whines to the umpire, acting all tough. In reality, he's just a crybaby, throwing a temper tantrum, and then he gets the guy thrown out. The 1-1, high and 2. Don't even know why I'm talking about that, to be honest with you. 2-1 count to Dingler. Man. 2-1 to Dingler. Again, he hits stingers. 26 homers on the season. Definitely on pace for over 30. The pitch. That's a chopper to third. That is a foul ball. York just have to throw that to a lucky fan. Castellanos homered. Yep. You have a different game playing in your mind? Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I'll just lose focus. That's on me. I should be locked in for every pitch. Sometimes I just lose focus there, Pokey. Yeah, man, that's who we're talking about, the Reds guy. Yep. 2-2 count to Dingler. The pitch. That's a check swing upstairs, 3-2. Guarantee you Sal shops for himself. He looks like he hangs out the mall all day before the game. I gotcha. Yeah. 3-2 to Dingler. Weaver readies, kicks, and delivers. That is foul back again. These Tigers working these counts off Weaver, so Weaver definitely not on it. If he gets out, so that's all that matters. The Tigers, though, they are putting bat to ball. 3-2 to Dylan Dingler. The pitch. That's a grounder to third. York with it. Gathers and throws to first. Dingler is out. So 2 outs. And that'll bring up Malguri. Not too sure on his first name, but he's pinch hitting for Brett Callahan. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Doc, you say rocks and fires. I bring it in every now and then. Kicks and kneels. Kicks and fires, rocks and fires. Weaver rocks and fires. That's going to be a fly ball to right. Valdez making his way towards the foul line. Makes the catch, leaning against the wall for out number 3. Definitely not a pretty inning, but hey, 1, 2, 3 technically. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Tigers 3, Pirates 2. Due up for the Pirates will be Brian Reynolds, Esmelin Valdez, and O'Neal Cruz. Probably shops at the Gap. I have shopped there before. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just not a Sal guy. Just never will be. Sal's more of a Hot Topic. I can't stand Hot Topic. Every time we go to the mall, me and my wife and I, proper grammar. That way Seema doesn't correct. But, oh, she has to stop in Hot Topic. I'm just like, I don't want to go. I just don't want to go in. Like, I just want to stay out, but I have to go in. So I'm just like so quiet. I'm just like, just looking at everything. And I'm just like, man, I just don't want to be there. Every time, though. Every time we go to the mall, Hot Topic. That is... I mean, they have some neat stuff a little bit. I mean, I don't know. Like old me would have liked some of the anime shirts. I'm not really into that as much anymore. They have some WWE stuff. Again, old me probably would have liked it. But it's me now. Like, I don't really care for all that, you know. Not like I used to be. So... Seema, no correct. I don't know. Seema might be listening to JJ. JJ is covering the... I think he's covering the Mets game. So I was shocked to see that because Pure Gentleman Sports covers the Mets. But anywho. Again, it'll be Reynolds, Valdez, and Cruz for the Pirates in the bottom of the 8th. A Goth Batty. No. No, that was... everyone's late millennials childhood crush, though, like a goth, like, you know, all those TV shows. No, I married a country girl. Married a country girl. But she loves Hot Topic. Big Show, I mean, he was okay, I guess. Let's go on Who Day. Appreciate you, man, for hanging out. Very welcome. Again, ready for football, of course. Kyle Finnegan on the mound for the Tigers, 3.33 ERA. Opponent batting average of 263. Jose projects 2 runs this inning. Would be cool. Let's go, Miss Donna. Welcome on in. Enjoy your lunch break. Everyone on lunch break. Here's the pitch. That's inside, ball 1. 86 on the slider. Pirates have 6 opportunities, a.k.a. outs. They got to get something. They got to at least get 1. 1-0 to Reynolds. That's taken inside, 2-0. 96 on the fastball. Gold cartridge Legend of Zelda wallet from Hot Topic. That sounds pretty cool. My wife loves Legend of Zelda. That is pretty neat. I don't see it. I guess our Hot Topic stinks. Nothing like that. Here's the 2-0. Reynolds sends this to left. That is going to be a diving catch. A sliding diving catch by Malguri. Unbelievable play. I mean, again, it happens all the time against the Pirates. Everyone decides to look like a Gold Glover against the Pirates. Wow, that's a nice play. 1 out. And that'll bring up Esmeralda and Valdez. 0 for 3 again. 3 strikeouts. Looking for him to get something going here. The pitch. And that's down and away. Ball 1. 1-0 count to Valdez. One and 0 to Valdez. Finnegan sets, kicks, and delivers. That's at the knees, 1-1. Appreciate that, David. I really do. I know, of course, you definitely mean it as a compliment. I will take it as a compliment. But I am definitely a football channel. That is my only criticism of that statement. I appreciate it, David. Thank you very much. I try. Here's the 1-1 of Valdez. That's fouled back 1-2. But, no, I'm definitely all football. Football. This is off-season. I'm just covering the off-season. Covering stuff in the off-season. Trying to build the channel even more, of course. 1-2 to Esmeralda and Valdez. Finnegan readies. Kicks and delivers. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. That is 4 strikeouts for Esmeralda and Valdez. The golden sombrero. 2 outs, and I'll bring up O'Neal Cruz, 1 for 3, pardon me. An RBI single for Cruz. Friday, of course, the Pirates take on the Dodgers. Bubba Chandler facing Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Jared Jones on Saturday will face Tarek Skubal. And on Sunday, the Pirates don't have anyone listed. So that's in their 0-1. I imagine it'll be Majinski. But I imagine as well, a lot of imagining here, I guess, lack of vocabulary, that that they're going to have an opener, as they should have had. I said they should have had it this previous start. The 0-1 to Cruz, that's inside 1-1. Majinski doesn't like it. Well, I guess then he can just sit out and not get paid, but they need an opener for him. So much better coming out of the pen. It's not even close. And if we know that, why don't the Pirates? Why doesn't Majinski know that? Why doesn't the Pirates know that? Here's the 1-1 to Cruz. That's down and away, 2-1. Hope we win the World Series. Yeah, we can hope for that. Appreciate you for the sub. 837, thank you very much. Lunch break, who gets those? Some people do. Some people do get a lunch break. That's very nice. Here's the 2-1. That's off the plate, 3-1. Some people even get paid lunch breaks. That's when you know a company really cares. That is rare. And they'll probably ask you to make up for it another time or something. Here's the 3-1 to Cruz. That's inside ball 4, so Cruz gets walked, and that's kind of a bummer because Cruz, of course, can do a lot of damage. That'll bring up Nick Gonzalez. 2 for 3 on the day. Definitely looking for him to get something, you know, into the gap, because Cruz, of course, can move. Cruz takes his lead at first. The pitch. That's high and in. Ball 1. Almost hits him. 1-0 to Speedy Gonzalez. An opener for Skenes. Yeah, good. Thank you, David. I appreciate it. But yeah, opener for Skenes as well. Honestly, I don't hate that idea. I'm willing to give it a shot. The pitch. That's down and away. Cruz going to second. Cruz is safe. Cruz is safe again. Not only can you not touch that, we've just been missing that. Again, it's only been Mangum. Now that Cruz is back, again, you're going to see some more of that. And, of course, again, with Griffin, imagine Griffin, Cruz, and Mangum. It just expands what you can do. And that's what the Pirates were doing. That's what the Pirates were able to do. That's what helped them out on offense, taking those extra bases. Here's the 2 to Gonzalez. Checked his swing. Foul tip. Into the glove, 2-1. Please don't tell me Christian Curtis. I mean, Curtis, I don't know what happened to him. I know, again, he had a really nice game, but statistics would say that that was kind of a fluke, but definitely would be opposed to giving him another shot. Definitely earned it with this one game. So that's inside 3-1. But again, we just definitely need to... That's the problem with Skenes. You take him out, and then there's no one else. 3-1 to Gonzalez. Finnegan readies the pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider down and away. 3-2 to Nicky G. On deck is Nick York. He was not good against righties. So honestly, Gonzalez would be your best chance. 3-2. Finnegan readies, kicks, and delivers. Almost hits Gonzalez in the face again. And of course, he got hit the other series. Oh my gosh, his helmet fell off and all. I mean, it was pretty close. Another high and in pitch. Again, on a 3-2 count, you just can't assume it's on purpose, but that's just crazy. Again, the Pirates continue to get pitched high and in. And we're going to have a mound visit now, as again, the Pirates with runners at first and second. And it'll be Nick York, who again, not that great against righties. Just going to hope for him to make contact here, and we'll see what happens. Speedy is kind of done. I think he's given up on the season. He's still watching, though. Kind of. His sombrero is pretty low. All right. Does someone have a vendetta against Speedy? I don't know. It's been pitched high and in, though. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Nick York at the plate. Again, this is not a favorable matchup for him. The pitch, that's taken for a called strike, 0-1. York kind of like the Triolo, just can't figure out the right-handed pitching. But lefties, though, does much better. 0-1 to York. Looks back at second, the pitch. That's way outside. 1-1, 97. Good snag by Dingler, keeping runners at first and second. One to 1 counts. Finnegan readies. Kicks and delivers. That's a chopper. Is it fair? It is foul. And thank goodness it, well, maybe it would have been good for York. I don't know. But regardless, it's 1-2. A high. Kind of topped it there, but yeah, just bouncing foul. One and two to York. Appreciate you, Brian. Yes, I'll be live again. I think that's at 7:40 Eastern, 6:40 Central for Mariners and the Brewers. 1-2 to York. Finnegan readies. Kicks and delivers. York sends a fly ball to left. Looks like an easy out. Malguri's calling for it, and he makes the catch. That is out number 3. The inning is over. We go to the top of the 9th. Tigers 3, Pirates 2. 2 up for the Tigers will be Zach McKinstry, Spencer Torkelson, and Max Clark. I guarantee. Again, I mean, I understand that, AJ, but again, I know his stats. Yeah, stats are bad in AAA, but with one game like that, you do give him a chance. Like, that would be your next guy to bring up, because there really is no one. That's the thing. Like, the Pirates, they get so much praise for their farm system. Their farm system is very much overrated. And again, that goes back to the thing which I was really fighting back with almost the entire chat. Not the entire chat, but most of the chat, with all the, why didn't they sell? Like, you need to trade these guys for prospects. Prospects that, again, you're trading for worse players. And you're trading for lottery tickets. These guys are not a guarantee to even hit. That's why it boggles my mind that is even a thing. It's the stupidest thing. It's really to cut payroll. So whenever someone tells you that, you're just going to be like, so I didn't realize that you love the owner so much. You're worried about his pockets. That's what it is. That's what it is. I mean, it's ridiculous that that's even a practice in baseball. And, of course, that, when, hopefully, again, we get a salary cap and a salary floor, you're going to see less of that and less teams trading because, if you trade this guy, we still got to pay anyway. So, again, I think you're going to see a lot more competitiveness if that were to happen. I know, of course, a lot of fans of other teams, especially the high spenders, are against that. But in reality, it would help out the sport. And you'll see a lot more competitiveness all around. So, anyway. All right, the Mets leading 2-1 over the Padres. Again, if you're a Pirates fan, definitely pulling for the Mets. If you're a Tigers fan, you're pulling for the Braves. The Twins leading 2-1 over the Braves in the bottom of the 5th. Bases loaded, 1 out. And the White Sox and the Cubs 0-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. All right. Again, appreciate you guys. Make sure you're going to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free, as that is ripped foul. 0-1. Mason Montgomery, the pitcher for the Pirates. 3.47 ERA. Again, they have the Pirates have a day off tomorrow. So, you may as well use your pen. They'll all get a break. McKinstry 0 for 2 with the walk, for those wondering. The pitch, that's high and in, almost hits him, and it's 1-1. 98 on the sinker. One to McKinstry. Montgomery readies, kicks and delivers. That is going to be flown foul, and it's 1-2. That thing is bottom of the order. Is that it'd be Triolo, Flores, and Horwitz. Yeah, I wonder what they'll decide to do. I imagine they'll probably bring in a lefty. The 1-2. That's a grounder, and that is a foul ball. I don't even know how that was foul. It looked fair to me, but I'm about 1,000 miles away, so. Yeah, let's look at this replay. Topped it. That was hugging the line, but yes, it is indeed a foul ball. Good call by the ump. 1-2 to McKinstry. Montgomery readies and delivers. That's once again foul back. 1-2. 100 on the fastball. Brewers on tonight. Yes, I'll be doing the Mariners and the Brewers. Hopefully it's much more competitive than last night's game between those two. The 1-2. That's a ground ball. That'll squeeze through for a base hit in between short and third. Leadoff single for the Tigers. Tigers just battling everybody. Doesn't matter who they put up. The Tigers are battling. And working that count, working that pitch count. So a single for McKinstry, and that'll bring up Spencer Torkelson, 0 for 3 on the day. Put Machinsky back in the pen. Keller, I think, is done. I agree. Keller is done. I don't even know why they're... I don't know. Hopefully someone is foolish enough to take him on. Just trade him. Trade him to anybody. Trade him to like the Dodgers. Last back, like a low A prospect. I don't know. 1-0 to Torkelson. The pitch. That's up and away, 2-0. 99 on the sinker. Whoa, Drago, appreciate you, man. Been a while. Oh, no, you're good. Small token of my appreciation for your excellent broadcasting, but now I've got a split. Catch you later. Thank you, Drago. Thank you for the massive contribution to the channel. I appreciate that. That's in there, 2-1. W's in the chat for Drago. I cannot, for some reason, get this to work right now, but thank you very much. Yeah, you have a good rest of your day. 2-1 to Torkelson, and that's in there, 2-2. Appreciate that, man. I really do. Three to 2 Tigers leading over the Pirates. 2-2 count to Torkelson. Runner on first, nobody out. The 2-2, that's going to be fouled back. Looks like the runner was going. Again, Flores much easier to run on than Davis, though Flores has thrown out a guy. Yeah, I appreciate that, Drago. Thank you very much. Two and two, Montgomery checks on the runner. Sets, rocks, and fires way upstairs. 3-2 to Torkelson. Let's go, Pirates. Double play in order, I believe so. I think it is, but hopefully the Tigers agree. The 3-2. And no, a pickoff attempt, but he is safe. McKinstry. I don't really know much about McKinstry. I don't know if he's really that fast or not, so I can't really comment, but it seems like he has average speed. I don't know. Flores may have had a chance on him. 3-2. Another throw over. That is the second and final engagement. Before, of course, throw over a third time and you don't get him, then he's already at second, so you don't want to do that. 3-2. The pitch. Swinging him as he struck him out. 98 on the fastball. Torkelson strikes out for his third time. That'll bring up Max Clark. Clark is 1 for 3 on the day. A double to his name. Aaron pulling for the Tigers. The pitch showing bunt. It is a bunt and a miss. Counts as a swing. 0-1. Clark again. He can move. You two are going with the Tigers. 0-1 to Clark. The pitch, and that's a ground ball past the diving York for a base hit. Reynolds is there. He'll toss it in, so runners on first and second for the Tigers, looking for some insurance, as they do have a runner in scoring position. Now to bring up Hao Yu Lee, and again, this guy has been a problem, folks. I mean, again, in the games that he started the series, he's had 8 at-bats. And he's been on base 8 times. 8 for 9 in the series total as he pinch hit yesterday. But 8 for 8, essentially, whenever he is at the plate. The pitch, and that's in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Specifically, Yu is 4 for 4 in games that he starts with 4 walks. 0-1, Montgomery sets. The pitch, that's in there, 0-2, 100 on the sinker. And 2 counts. Montgomery readies. Looks back. The pitch. And that's tapped foul. And we'll do it again. 0-2. 88 on the curveball. Yeah, hopefully, Scott. Hopefully. 18 pitches for Montgomery. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out 100. Woo-hoo! And for the first time in a start this series, Lee is out. What an incredible series, though. 8 for 10 total. As far as getting on base. Crazy stuff. All right, that'll bring up Colts Keith. Keith is 1 for 3 with the walk. Actually, no, Keith will make way for Valencia. Valencia taking Keith's spots. The pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 1, 98. On the sinker, 0-1. Nothing ever easy for the Pirates. Valencia batting .362 with an OPS over 1,000. 6 homers, 17 RBIs. 0-1 counts. The pitch, and that's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Pirates a strike away from keeping themselves alive. Oh, and 2 count to Valencia. Pirates fans, they are rallying behind Montgomery as that's fouled back, and it's still 0-2, 100 on the sinker. I feel like it's been a long top of the ninth. Jeez. 0-2. The pitch. That is once again foul back. That was way upstairs. Valencia, again, like many of the Tigers, just adding on to the pitch count. Not that it really is a factor at this point of the ball game, but these guys just make contact so often. Remember when Skenes used to throw 100? Yeah, it was nice. Very nice. Not too long ago, Kenley Jansen warming up for the Tigers. 0-2 counts. The pitch, and that's way upstairs. 1-2. First ball he's thrown in this at-bat. Let's go, Denny. Welcome on in. Appreciate you, man. Let's go, Bucks. Hopefully they can walk it off. It'll be a tough task. Cardinals can make the playoffs. They can. I think they definitely can. A 1-2. Check the swing. Appeal down to first. Did he go? Throw over to first. He is. What happened? Did he throw it away? I don't know what happened. The camera works terrible. He threw it to right. And because of that, the runners went to second and third. Oh, and that is huge. Checked his swing. Appeal down to first. He threw it to Horwitz, and Horwitz. No, that Flores throw was horrible. Wow, that is brutal. So now the Tigers with both runners in scoring position. 2-2, 2 outs, 2 on the pitch. That's a grounder to first. Horwitz with it. Tosses to Montgomery, steps on the bag. And the Pirates get out of the potential jam there. And we'll keep this a 3-2 ball game. We go to the bottom of the ninth. The Pirates one last chance. One last chance to tie it up. We're, of course, just walking off. It'll be Jared Triolo, Rafael Flores catching. Or, pardon me, replacing Davis. And then Spencer Horwitz. Man, oh man. So the Buccos still have a shot. No, we do have a shot, but it's not looking good. Not looking good. One last chance. I mean, they can score one run. They can easily. Not easily, but, they can try. Thank you again for the sub. Appreciate 2 subs away from 840. I do appreciate that. Make sure, again, to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. I'll be back tonight, actually. Mariners and the Brewers doubleheader. Hopefully, again, that game is a lot more competitive than yesterday's Brewers and Mariners game. Mets, by the way, leading 2-1 over the Padres. Let's go Mets. Pirates fans pulling for the Padres. If the Pirates do lose and the Padres lose, so they'll just stay at 6.5. If the Padres win and the Pirates lose, the Pirates fall that back to 7.5. I know it's only one game. It really is such a big difference. Can't afford for that to happen. The Twins, of course, leading 4-1 over the Braves. So the Tigers fans pulling for the Braves. The Braves currently letting them down, but they do have runners at first and second, nobody outs. And the White Sox and the Cubs, 0-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Thank you again for the sub. Appreciate it. 1 sub away from 840. Trying to get to 11,000 by the time the NFL season is here. So it's doable. It is doable. Should have someone pinch hit for Triolo. I mean, it would be Mangum, I guess. I don't really know. But I agree. He's facing a righty. Got to get him out of there. All right. We'll see what the Pirates can do here as they'll face the legendary Kenley Jansen. 3.74 ERA. Opponent batting average of 169. So he doesn't allow many hits. 20 walks in 33 innings pitched. It will be Mangum, by the way. Mangum will replace Triolo. So they'll just deal with defense later. And honestly, I'm fine with that. You got to go all out right now. So Mangum will lead off as he'll face Kenley Jansen. Here is the pitch as Mangum sends a fly ball to left. That is going to hook out of play. It is a foul ball, 0-1. Infield is in. Third baseman is in anyway, just in case Mangum does drop the bunt, the pitch. And that's at the knees, 0-2. AJ, try to back off on Alex, all right? Try to back off there. And you can disagree with the guy, but you don't have to make it personal. You don't have to attack him like that. 0-2 counts. The pitch to Mangum. That's going to be fouled back. And it's 0-2. Appreciate you, Darren, for hanging out. Oh, and 2 count to Mangum again. Pirates, one last chance. Jansen sets. He readies and delivers. Mangum once again fouls it back. Just getting a piece of it. 94 in the cutter. It's 0-2. I appreciate that, Darren. I try. 5-3 Pirates. I don't know. It'd be nice. 0-2 the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Pirates down to their last 2 outs. That'll bring up Rafael Flores, who, of course, pinch hit earlier and hit a solo shot in the 7th. That was his 5th home run of the season. Definitely seen the ball well as of late. Much better than we had kind of expected. Hopefully he just tries to get on here. Here is the pitch to Flores. That's in there, 0-1. 94 on the cutter. Four to 3 Pirates would be nice. I'll take anything. 0-1, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Tied him up with the cutter high and in, 0-2. 0-2 to Flores. Flores did step out asking for time. 0-2 to Flores. Jansen leans in and he sets. He's rocking. He kicks and delivers as Flores spoils it and fouls it back. 95. Definitely the fastest pitch he's thrown so far. 0-2. I believe. Proby believes. I'm sure you do, Proby. I'm sure you do. 0-2. The pitch, as that's a fly ball to left. If it's fair, it's gone. Is it fair? It is gone. Flores ties it up in the bottom of the 9th. Clear the deck. Cannonball coming. The Pirates. Worst case scenario, we'll see extras. Clear the deck. Cannonball coming. We're all tied up in Pittsburgh. Home run number 6 is Flores kind of doing what Valdez did, for about a month or so. Has done that in the last week. Tied up in Pittsburgh. Will we see the 10th? If we don't, that means the Pirates win. We'll see, of course, what happens with Spencer Horwitz at the plate. And Horwitz does ask for time. Unbelievable. Flores keeping the Pirates alive. Man, oh man, what a move to the bench that was. Kelly obviously has made a lot of bad moves. This one probably the best move of the season. Flores replacing Davis, who Davis himself again got on base both times. He wasn't exactly having a bad game, hit by pitch and a walk, but he'll take it with Henry Davis. But you'll definitely take 2 solo shots from Rafael Flores. Appreciate you too. Thank you very much, AJ. Appreciate it. Boom, Buccos. W's in the chat for AJ. How's it going, Jared? Welcome on in. Horwitz at the plate, 0 for 4 on the day. Jansen sets and delivers as Horwitz fouls this back 0-1. On deck is Brandon Lau. So again, you're seeing some of the better Pirate hitters. Due up. 0-1 to Horwitz. The pitch. And that is in there. Not called a strike. It's 1-1. 94 on the cutter. Kelly is a genius. Yeah, he's in his bag today. Thank you again for the sub. I appreciate that. Here's the 1-1 to Horwitz, and that's way inside. 2-1. 94 on the cutter. Thank you, Macro. Just when I thought I was out, and they pulled me back in. I hear you, Macro. That's every day with this team. Thank you again for the $5 super chat. Make sure to give Macro to W as well, folks. W's in the chat. 2-1 to Horwitz. The pitch. Horwitz pops it up. Shallow right. And that'll be caught there by McKinstry for out number 2. That'll bring up Brandon Lau, who's 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. Could use a Lau pal. Would be very nice. Again, it's interesting now. Again, Mangum, if they go to extras, Mangum cannot play third. It'll be interesting what they decide to do. Hopefully we don't have to deal with that, as that's in there 0-1. By the way, Kirby Yates now warming up for the Pirates. Looking like we will have some extra baseball. Barring a very nice swing of the bat by Lau. 0-1. The pitch. That's taken inside for a ball. 1-1. 95 on the sinker. 1-1 counts. I mean, we'll never lose again, 100%. Even a broken clock is right twice a day, yeah. Honestly, Horwitz been struggling since being called or back from injuries. That's tapped foul 1 and 2. So, yeah, I kind of... I'd be all right. I'd be all right with that for now. 1 and 2 to Lau. Jansen readies, kicks, and delivers. Lau sends this to right. It has a distance. Is it fair or is it foul? It is fair. It's good. Oh, the Pirates just walked it off. Oh, he did it. Lau Pow, it's gone. The Pirates win. They come back on the Tigers. And they take the series. His 27th homer is a game winner. Oh, Lau Pow, that's beautiful. Oh, my gosh. Let's go, Bucks. Raise the Jolly Roger. There was never a doubt about it. Your Pirates are now 63 and 66. The Tigers fall to 61 and 66. And, of course, we'll be looking at the results in New York as the Pirates now 6 back. If the Mets can hold on, they will drop to 5 back, 5.5. Unbelievable that just happened. I can't believe it. It was just a matter if it was fair or not. Oh my gosh, I needed it. I low-key want to cry. I'm not going to lie. It's been forever. Oh, it's been forever since we've seen something like that. It was off the foul pole. Unbelievable. Off the pole. Oh my gosh, the Pirates actually just did that. That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. 4-3. Someone called it. Someone said 4-3. I don't know who it was, but hey, shout out to you. Good stuff, dude. You had more faith than I did. But I'm glad you did. You called it. Pirates win somehow with the errors. I don't even know how they 2 errors today. Of course, the player of the game, you have to say Rafael Flores, but hey, Brandon Lau also getting interviewed. Why not? Again, Flores with 2 homers on the day. Don't know if the summary would be a little bit better there. I don't know, maybe not, but man, what a day. Make sure, folks, to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. As you can see, again, we are at 10,843, trying to get to 11K by the beginning of the NFL season, folks. Make sure to sub it up. Again, it is free. Again, this is an NFL channel, despite what you may see. It is actually an NFL football channel. You called it. There we go, Bull. Appreciate you, man. Good stuff. Bull knows ball. W's for Bull, folks. May as well. Just for it. Just because. 2 blasts. No bloops for the Bucks. Yes, sir. The flu game. The flu game. Yep, there we go. The flu game for me. Let's go. Man, that's great. I'm so happy. All right, well, I will send you guys to another channel. Most likely someone covering the Mets and the Padres. Not too sure who will be doing that or who will be sending you over there. But again, if you did enjoy it, make sure again to like and sub. It is a football channel, sports channel for the sports fan. So we'll play out a song real quick. Let's go ahead and do that, and I will catch you guys next time. Again, I'll be back tonight. Mariners and the Brewers. That is at 7:40 Eastern, 6:40 Central, right here on the Dr. Lay Sports Network. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Let's go, Bucks! What in the world? How did that even I don't even know how we won. All right. Peace and goodbye.
9 innings underneath the lights. Some dreams won, some fell tonight. Fastballs faded into the dark. Echo still alive out in the park. Scoreboard glowing through the haze. Summer moments slowly fade. Every pitch and every play, another memory to replay. And the crowd rolls out into the night, while the stadium still shines bright. One last call at the ballpark tonight. Highlights playing under fading lights. Every city, every team still chasing one more summer dream. From the first pitch to the final say, thanks for watching with Dr. Delay. With Dr. Delay. From Boston nights to Wrigley skies, Dodger blue and Anaheim lights, Steel City hopes and Texas heat, every road and every seat, Seattle rain and desert glow, the Bronx, Atlanta down below, 30 teams and countless days, all connected through this game. And tomorrow brings another fight, another game beneath the lights. One last call at the ballpark tonight. Highlights playing under fading lights. Every city, every team still chasing one more summer dream. From the first pitch to the final say, thanks for watching with Dr. Delay. With Dr. Delay. Lightning all along the shore. Pittsburgh always wanting more. Win or lose, the fans remain waiting for the next game. PNC lights against the sky. River reflections drifting by. Summer baseball fades away. See you next time on Dr. Delay. On Dr. Delay. Good night, everybody. I'll see you next game.
Raise the Jolly Roger.